Pinnacle Entertainment Group presents a playtest featuring Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. Fast, furious, fun, fantasy. On Kickstarter now.
Hi, everybody. My name is Karl Keesler, and I'm here to run a little playtest for the new Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. I'm going to GM the game, but we have 4 players here, and I want them to introduce themselves and maybe their characters. We can get that out of the way. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Hi, everybody. I'm Shane Hensley, and I am playing Ezrin the Wizard, a cranky old goat who's going to prove his worth tonight. I hope.
Who's next?
I'll go next.
Oh, sure.
Okay. I'm Chris Warner. I'm playing Sela, the paladin. She's a faithful follower of Iomide, and she honors her goddess every day, and she will show the evildoers what it means to face a paladin.
Nice. Candace, you were...
Yes.
Go ahead.
My name is Candace. I am playing Lem Tenerbrook. He's a wee man, a halfling that is a bard. He loves to play beautiful tunes on his flute, and he is very much someone who wants to vanquish evil doing and can't stand to see cruelty.
Cool.
And I'm Chelsea. I'm playing Amiri. She is a barbarian. She is a grumpy, bloodthirsty gal. She has a giant bastard sword, and she fights for her friends.
Nice. So this is, we're going to go right into the action, so to speak. We're going to give a little backstory here and then jump right into the action of this little scenario here we got planned here. So the group, as they introduce themselves, we've got a bard, barbarian, wizard, and paladin. Today, the group is taking a much-needed rest in a small village by the name of Glenbright. After getting settled in and ready for the night of rest, Sela, the paladin, is struck with a vision. She feels as if the land outside of the village is calling out to her in desperate need of the forces of good. She has this vision of the dead rising from the ground and laying waste to Glenbright if this isn't acted upon immediately. So Sela gathers her friends, Amiri, Lem, Ezrin, and they start off into the nearby wilderness, following this mystical pull from this land that she feels. So as they leave Glenbright, they head off into the woods, and it's only about less than a mile away from this little village that they've got rooms for the night and everything. And they come across this clearing in the woods. The clearing is gouged into this hillside, and it looks to be like some sort of a shrine of some sort. And it's at night, so you guys have lanterns and stuff like that with you to guide you through the woods. But there's a faint glowy white haze that's coming through the woods. And as you break out of the woods and you can see this clearing, you see it looks like some sort of shrine set up here in the middle of the woods. There's like 4 pillars, and in the middle of the pillars, there's like this round area with something you can almost make out there's something carved in the stone underneath the pillars. But this strange mystical white light kind of emanates from the middle of this area, this stone area, and it's covering the small little valley here. So as the group walks out and starts to head down these steps that are carved into the rock side there, into this little valley where this shrine is, they notice that there's steps that lead up out of it on the opposite side. And they look up on the hill, and those steps end up into, it looks like an opening in the side of the hillside. There's next to the opening, which looks to be like some sort of a man-made tomb of some sort built into the side of the hillside. there's giant skulls that are carved out of the boulders next to the hills. Now, when I say giant, they're pretty big. A couple of them are like wagon sized. So they're really these weird, creepy looking skulls carved into the hillside there. But I've got a map here. I don't know if you can see the map.
Awesome.
So as you can see, the steps lead down into this little culvert or valley here, small little valley. And you can see the white mystical light coming from the shrine there. And then the steps leading up. And from where you can just see that opening and the giant skulls that are next to it. So as you all approach this shrine, which I assume you might be doing, is that correct?
Definitely.
Yes,
what does everybody
definitely.
do? Let me ask that. What does everybody do? Not me assume. I'm not going to assume what you do. Let's see what you guys are going to do. What's everybody doing?
Amiri doesn't know much about this kind of light thing over here. Definitely interested in the skulls though, and she's basked quite a few, so she's probably gonna get closer to see what these skulls might be or what they might be made of.
All right, so you're gonna go past the shrine up into where the.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of step around it. There's no way I'm stepping through that.
Okay, gotcha.
That's for those guys.
All right, let's put you. You want to put there or somewhere over here somewhere?
In front of the steps is fine.
Okay. Sela, what are you doing?
Well, Sela is the paladin, and she has a special ability to detect evil as an action. So, because she had the vision and was drawn here, the first thing she wants to do is survey the area for any evil. So, looking at the shrine first, and then joining Amiri up there by the steps to look at the cave and the skulls.
Okay, very cool. So you set off you start to concentrate and hone in on the shrine and the top up here where the skulls are. You get definitely a very faint feeling of goodness coming from this shrine. And as you look up into the hillside up there where the skulls are, ooh, it feels bad. It feels really bad, like super, just really evil emanating from inside that tomb. And all around that area to be blunt.
Good to know. Sela tells everybody about that, and she'll join Amiri up there as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So what does Lem and Ezrin do?
Lem is pretty interested in those skulls. I'm but a wee man, so when I look up there, they look really intimidating.
Yeah.
Can I use notice to kind of see if either notice or occult to see if I can discern any kind of vibes from this area or see any kind of markings?
Yeah, make me a notice check for me.
Okay.
While she's doing that, Lem or Ezrin, what are you doing?
I want to walk up to the edge of the glowing circle.
Okay.
And so in Savage Pathfinder, magicians, wizards, sorcerers, etc. have an automatic ability to detect magic. So I know it's magic, but I want to see if I can feel like, do I feel like it's waning or anything like that? Since Sela says this is good, but something is evil in the shrine, I want to see if I can tell if it's being corrupted or fading or something like that.
Okay. All right. Do you need to roll for that? Is that just automatic?
So it's automatic to know that it's magic. Right. It would be a notice roll to see if if I could tell any more than that.
Okay, make me a notice check for me, and I'll get back with you. With Lem, what did you get on your notice check?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. Lem, were you moving up to where the paladin and the barbarian were? Where were you going?
Yeah, I would like to probably be right next to Amiri.
Amiri? Okay.
Yeah.
How about right there?
Good.
Next to both of them?
Mm-hmm.
As you go up there, Lem, you notice that you happen to look down on the stone, and you can barely see it, the stone that is between the pillars down here in the middle. You can barely see it because it looks to be very old, and of course there's this light that's kind of blocking it. It looks to be something carved, in the middle there, it looks to be like an eye with like a sun around it. But it's very faded, and because it's been weathered out in the open here, it's weathered. It looks very old, but you can make out an eye with a sun around it.
So I turn to Sela and I say, Eyelass, look at this weird sigil over here. Does that look like anything you might know about?
Okay. Let me get with Ezrin. What did you get, Ezrin?
Got a 5.
A 5. Okay, so you can definitely feel it is magical here, obviously, and it gives off a conjuration aura in this white light area, and it does feel like it's lessening even when you stand there. You can almost see the vibes of it, the aura of it, just getting lighter and lighter.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think we need someone of my talents to tell this is magic, but something's happening here. It's waning. Something's affecting it. Something bad.
Yeah. Sela, did you want to react to Lem in any way?
Yeah, so I think Sela would also like to make an occult roll to see what she might learn about that.
Okay.
So her occult skill isn't all that great, but hopefully the wild die will help.
All right.
That is not a good roll, not a critical failure, but
from
not succeed.
You being a paladin of Iomade, you're going to get a +2 to this roll. So I don't know what you roll.
So that makes it a 4 then, which would be a success normally.
Okay. You got that 6. You got that extra +2 because Lem points out, hey, look, there's something weird written down there, carved in the stone. You look at it and you're like, oh, that is an ancient marking of a god, Eridan. And Eridan, I'll just tell you because you are a paladin of good and lawfulness here. Eridan was actually a god here in these lands, but the god is no more. Your patron goddess that you worship, Iomade, she was actually a paladin of Eridan. And so you know a lot about the history of Eridan and stuff like that. He was a god of humanity, innovation, history, culture, stuff like that. And when he left or was killed off, or you're not quite sure, nobody's really quite sure what happened, a lot of Iomade's followers, the priests of Eridan, priests and priestesses of Eridan actually lost their powers, and they went over to Iomade and started worshiping her. So
excellent. Well, thank you, Lem, for prompting me to take a look at that. And then Sela proceeds to give the abridged version of everything Karl just said.
Okay. Blah blah blah. So what's everybody want to do with this information? Whatever they want to do at all. The light is dying out a little bit here where Ezra's, where the shrine is. You can see it just waning out.
I still want to get a closer look at those skulls. So
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
going to keep heading up the stairs now that the party's behind me.
Same here, and Sela suggests that Amiri and Sela go first.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
All right.
Lem is impulsive, so he's going to bring up the rear. He doesn't want to be out of the action, but he also recognizes that because he is smaller in stature, perhaps he should play it smart.
Okay. All
stand
right.
behind the 2 tallest people.
What about the wizard? What's he doing?
I'll hang a few squares back.
Okay. All right. Like a good wizard should. Yeah.
That's right.
So let's say you get up. Yeah. Let's say you get up in here.
I know what the radius on a fireball is.
Exactly.
Is that a hint? Don't make the wizard mad. He's in the back.
Lem, how many squares you want to be right next to him, or do you want to be behind some?
A little bit behind, yeah. Like
Okay,
if something, I'm getting a bad feeling about this area. I don't think that I want to get hit with the first bad if anything goes down.
Okay,
we all know that this kind of looks spooky, so
It really does.
Very spooky.
Very, very suspicious.
And
I like the skull decor. Cold decor is great. Should be in every home.
Says the barbarian. All right. So as you climb up the stairs, you start to get an eerie feeling here. A very evil presence is here, coming from the inside of this tomb. Actually, all around, from the skulls. You actually feel it in your bones. You have goose flesh on your arms. As it's super creepy here. And the wind is chilling. It's colder here. There's so much negative energy here, Sela, that it's overpowering the shrine. Basically, you can feel it. It's just taking over this area. Feels
I got a
really
bad feeling in my bones. Could be evil. Could just mean it's gonna rain.
Just about then, you hear some lightning above.
It's never good.
In the could be worse category.
Let's get inside.
So I need everybody to make a notice check, and for right off the bat, I have to pull a card from the action deck. The action deck is how we use to initiative in Savage Worlds. So, and it's just a regular deck of playing cards with 2 jokers in there. All right,
I got a 4.
I got a 5. I got saved by my wild die.
All right.
I got an 8. Ezra knows these things.
Cool.
I got an 8 as well.
All right.
An ace on the wild die +2.
Okay.
Good wild die. Love you.
So what did the barbarian get?
I got a 5.
Oh, I got a 5. Okay, so what that was for? Tokens here, as you guys.
It was a surprise.
Yes, it's a surprise. Exactly. We're doing a surprise here. As you guys climb up the steps, suddenly poking out of the eye sockets of the 2 biggest skulls, one on each side of the door, you see these bat-like creatures, these huge man-sized, maybe even bigger. You're not even sure because they're not outside of the eye sockets yet, but they're crawling their way out and they're poking their heads out like real quick. And as they poke their heads out and their arms are outstretching, they start to kind of flop around and kind of come out in the air there. They were actually in waiting. They saw you guys and they felt you guys coming down. Good thing everybody got a success on that notice check, because now you have a card to act in this action. If you failed, you would not have had a card. So I'm going to draw a card for everybody. And we're going to go right into combat, at least as the 2 creepy Batman creature things are coming out. All right, so Barbarian, you've got a 9 of spades. 9 of spades, Barbarian. I'm going to put the cards over here. Now, they are technically on hold, and I'll tell you what that means in a second. All right. So, Lem's got a Jack of clubs.
Oh, that's
Jack
good.
of clubs. That is good. Paladin. Oh, Paladin's got a Joker.
We
Right
get
off the bat.
Yeah.
First combat. All right.
Hey.
Wizard. You've got a 8 of spades. 8 of spades,
All right.
Wizard. All right. Now, combat in Savage Worlds is done with these playing cards, and you go from high to low. Ace being the highest, all the way ace, king, queen, all the way down to deuce being the lowest, the last person to go in the round. And then we figure out suits in a certain order. But let me get to the Joker. If somebody pulls a Joker, that's the best card you can pull in this game. So when you pull a Joker, you get, not only you can go at any time you want to, you can interrupt people without any kind of modifiers or rolls or anything like that. You can just go whenever you want to, first being the most if you want to do that. But you also get a +2 to whatever you do on your dice rolls, which is pretty amazing. And last but not least, your group gets a Benny. So everybody gets a Benny on your side.
And we all start with 3 bennies as players, correct?
Yes. Everybody starts with 3 bennies.
GM starts with 1 benny per player.
Yes. Yep,
Awesome.
you are correct. So they are on holds, but they can't do anything right now because the Paladin has the Joker. It looks like they're trying to come out or do something. You're not quite sure. but they cannot interrupt you, Paladin. Paladin, what do you want to do? They're still kind of high up, just so you know. They're about 10 feet up up on these rocks, and it looks like they're coming out, though.
Okay, 10 feet high, you said?
Yes. Yeah, and that's their feet. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so with the Joker and the +2, the
Yes.
Paladin is going to take, hope to take 2 actions. So it looks like she could move right up there and get pretty close to it as it's coming out. So that one of her, she's going to take her movement and get right up in front of it.
Which one? Left or right?
To the right.
Okay.
And as she does that, she says to Amiri, "You go left, I'll go right."
Got it.
All right.
Let's go.
No, they are
and-
still in that hole, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, okay.
So I'm moving up close to it, like
Okay.
right alongside that stairway.
Mm-hmm.
And she's using an action to detect evil again to verify whether these creatures are evil.
Oh, okay.
And then, if she can, she's going to take an attack with a second action, do multi-action attack, which would be -2, but that'll be offset by the Joker +2.
Okay. You detect evil, and they are definitely radiating evil. Matter of fact, the closer you get to this opening, you just feel evil just pouring out of here. It's almost suffocating. That's how much it is coming out of there. But these things are definitely evil, and you could smell the rot coming from these bat creatures as they're fully kind of stretching out. They're a good 7 foot tall, these things, and they've got huge wingspans. And as it expands its wings, it looks like he's getting ready to do something, like bite you or do something. But you're coming right up there. You can see the rot on this creature. It is definitely undead. This bat. So they're not even alive. So go ahead there, Sela, with your attack if you want to try to attack. Is that what you're doing?
She's going to attack, but she's making sure that they do in fact come out. She's going to let it come out and attack as soon as it's out.
Okay. Gotcha.
So should I go ahead and roll?
Yeah, since you went around. Yeah.
I think it would be on its
okay?
action, right? Because he gets to interrupt automatically for the Joker.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
cool.
Like,
you're interrupting. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Okay, so it is
I could
still
have
on
just
hold.
said that, I suppose, but
Yeah. So right after Chris moved up there with Sela, we are gonna have the bats. They are gonna come off hold because they were in a surprise round there. So they are coming off, and they are gonna go right away and do something.
I was hoping they were going to hang out.
No,
But
just,
Haha.
I
But
think
Chris-
Sela should be able to interrupt. So she
Yeah.
was ready to strike, and that's with the
you can
Joker.
interrupt, yeah, you're gonna interrupt the one. Well,
As
both
soon
of
as
them.
Yep. But I'm only attacking one of them. But as soon as it comes out, I'm just going to take that action.
Exactly. So go ahead and take that action as it's come out, and it kind of flopped on the ground next to you.
Okay.
And it outstretches its whole wings, and it just covers, you just like are diminished a little bit in front of it.
Cool.
Not for long.
Not for long.
So she's taking a fighting attack with her longsword. Right. So her fighting is a D8, and I got the wild die D6. So here's my roll.
Okay.
And again, it was -2 because it was multi-action, but +2 with the Joker.
Right.
So
I have a question. Do we get any negatives for them having this evil aura at all?
You don't know yet. Maybe.
Uh-oh. I'm
Wow.
concerned.
well, that was a pretty good roll. I got an 8 on my first 8-sided die. That's an ace. I rolled an 8 on the second 8-sided die, another ace, and then I rolled a 2.
Wow.
So that's an attack roll of 18.
That is a hit with a raise. So you met their parry, and you got 4 more over that, which you hit with a raise. That's the best you can do when you're fighting in Savage Worlds. So you're going to add another D6 to your damage.
Right. And so she is strength plus D8 with the longsword. So that's 2 8-sided dice because she has strength of D8 as well.
Right.
And then the extra die 6 for the raise.
Right.
No aces this time. That's 8 points of damage. I think I want to spend a penny and re-roll that.
Okay. Not happy with 8, huh?
Not happy with 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy either.
So that's better. That is 15.
15. Wow, 15 points of damage to that. So that is going to... You good with that?
Yes.
We're going? Okay. That is enough to shake it, sir.
Only shake it, huh?
Yep.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh,
man.
I forgot. Plus
Yes.
2 for the Joker damage. It was actually 17.
Okay. That's enough to do to a wound to it. Now, it is a wild card.
So it's between.
Oh, no.
Oh god. So 15 is shaken, 17 is wound.
It is a wild card. So they each get their own bennies. I'm using the Benny chips here. They each get their own bennies. Let me put these somewhere so I don't confuse them. There we go. Now, it's getting hit by your damage, so it has to spend a Benny to try to soak that, to mitigate that damage. And what it does is it spends the Benny and it rolls a vigor check. All right, I got a 5 there, so that soaks 1 wound, that's what you did to it, was 1 wound. So it's not shaken. It's you do hit it with your sword and cut out some of its wing, and you see some of the decayed wing just fall on the ground, and it just kind of looks at you and opens its mouth because you're done with your action, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it opens its mouth, and you hear this screech. Everybody hears this screech coming from it as it's screaming, and it's echoing through this little canyon here. I need everybody to make me a spirit check.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is chilling to the bone, this sound.
All right.
Oof.
I'm spending a Benny. Wow.
You need a 4 or better to succeed.
Yeah, I got
made it.
2 twos.
You made it?
Yeah, I made it too.
You made it?
I
Len?
succeeded.
Succeeded?
There's a 4.
Yeah.
We're good.
Bart spending a Benny?
Yep. Or barbarian. Sorry.
Barbarian, yeah.
Spending the Benny.
Spend a Benny, okay.
I needed it. There's
So-
no way she's gonna freak out to that.
It does that, and it is going to attack Sela there. Actually, let's keep it this way so we can see everybody. It's going to attack Sela. What it does is it kind of starts flapping its wings. It's kind of hovering there, and that looks like it's how it fights, and it's grabbing. It's trying to grab you with its claws and bite you at the same time. You know. So let's.
Iomade will protect me.
Yes, she will. Let's see. Oh, that is does a 5 hit you, sir?
5 does not. Her parry is 8, and that's
8?
partially because of her shield.
Yeah, I rolled really bad. So when I run bad guys that have bennies, I like to spend them on skill rolls like this, trait rolls. So let's spend that last benny that one has.
You could spend them all this round if you want.
Yeah, be our guest.
Feel free.
Seriously.
I love spending them. Let's see what happens now. Oh, that fell on the ground. All right, so I have an 8. And what did you say again, sir?
Parry is 8.
8. So that hits. It is taking a bite out of you. Let's see if it's enough to actually do anything to you.
It's hard to dent that tin can.
Ooh, 13 points of damage.
Wow,
What
that
is-
is pretty good. Yeah, toughness is 9, so
Ooh.
that is a wound.
Wow.
Now, do you want to try to soak that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Benny number 2. So the soak roll is spirit
Yeah.
or vigor?
Vigor.
Sorry. So vigor is D8. So D8 plus the wild die.
It did a wound to you, so you just need 4 or better?
Yep.
Got
Got a
it.
7.
Okay. So you soak that wound. As you can feel it just biting into you, and it's painful. This thing found like a crease in your armor somewhere, and like a gap somewhere, and it's just taking a bite out of you. But so you guys are locked into combat. It's gripping onto your armor with its feet and bending down, trying to bite you as it's kind of flapping in the air. So
Ooh.
this other one comes down. And it gets right there, and it does the same screech as the other one did.
Oh, come on.
So I need another spirit roll from everybody. 4 or better.
Ugh.
Oh, come on, let's go.
You can risk it and see what happens.
Oh, there's a 4 on the first try. That makes me happy. Thank you, Wild Die. I appreciate you.
There's no benefit to a raise here, right? It's just
No.
pass or fail.
Yeah, pass or fail. Yeah.
I failed. Let's see what happens.
I passed.
Oh,
I succeeded on my roll. So.
Okay, Lem.
I feel like I'm in trouble. I aced like 4 times in a row, and I think that's going to be
Oh!
the best I'm doing the game. I'm really,
Hey,
I'm really
maybe
nervous.
Candace can give me a couple of her successes.
I would love to just report them to you through the airwaves.
That'd be awesome.
So the wizard failed. So
Yes,
the
the
wizard.
wizard failed.
All right. So you hear this screech that comes out, and the wizard is like, "Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this noise?"
I'm going to need you to role play that for me, Carl, so I can properly react.
I don't have the pipe
Seconded.
for it.
Come on, we believe in you.
That was great.
Yeah. So it screeches at you, and wizard, you are stunned.
Oh no, not
Ooh.
that's
No.
the worst.
That is the worst thing.
Oh my god.
So, wizard, you are stunned. So, stunned is a status in this game. So, what it means is the wizard is distracted, vulnerable, and you fall prone because you're clutching your ears from this screech. It feels like you're like, is there blood coming out of my ears? This is terrible.
Ezrin has a cane that he carries,
Yes.
so he'll fall back with his cane in the air, and I've fallen and I can't get up.
God, he's finally a deaf old man too.
You'd think I'd
Shane-
get a bonus since I
Yeah.
can't hear.
I'm going to give Benny for that there, Shane. That's
Hey,
hilarious. So I give you Benny for that. You earned
Can't
Benny.
make the roll. At least milk the GM for bennies.
Exactly. You get bennies in the game if you play up your hindrances, or you do something cool, if you say something funny, so you get bennies. So that you're not stuck with the same amount throughout the game. All right, so it did that, and it's a second action. It's coming at the barbarian,
Let's go.
and it's doing the same thing as it's coming out of the skull eye socket. It's kind of flapping its wings, and it does that screech in midair, and it continues on to you, barbarian, and it looks like it's doing the same tactic. It's kind of grabbing you with its talons and trying to like bite at you while it's kind of hovering in the air, screeching. All right.
Amiri, not to be outdone, will definitely scream back in its face.
Okay.
You
Well-
think you've got pipes? Ah!
Nice. See, that's a better scream than I can do. So you do that, and it screams. It's gonna wild attack you. Since you're screaming back at it, it's gonna wild attack you. Let's see what happens. Okay, that is a straight up 10. What is your parry there?
Right. My parry is a 7.
Oh, so that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Not quite a raise, but it has 2 bennies here. I'm gonna spend a benny to see if I can
that's
get a
rude.
raise. To see if I can get a raise on you. I like doing
No
that. on
offense,
Twitch.
but I hope you roll terribly.
Well, I rolled worse, but not too terribly.
It's too bad you don't get to keep that, though. You get to keep the better roll.
Yep, you get to keep the better roll. So it did hit you, but not bad enough to fumble or anything like that. So it does going to do some damage to you. Let's see.
How much damage?
Oh man, that is the worst damage. So I roll 2 1s on damage,
Oh, yay!
Uh-oh.
but I am spending his last Benny
Good.
on that
Are you
damage roll.
raging, Chelsea?
Huh?
Did you go berserk?
I mean, I could.
You should.
I can
that's
as a
your
free
thing.
action, can't I?
Is it a free action?
It is, but it's on your turn.
It's on
Yeah.
you, yeah.
She hasn't went yet.
Yeah, I have to wait, but it'll be worth it.
Okay, that's 8 plus 3 is 11 points of damage.
Her toughness is 9.
Okay,
Gonna get there.
that is a.
Is it 9 without berserk?
Let's see.
It might be. You're pretty tough.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't recall.
Toughness is 9. I've got a 2 in
I think that's
brackets, but I think that's.
before berserk, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably just her armor and her. Does she have anything else?
Armor and high vigor.
So,
Okay.
yeah, toughness of 9. 11 will we'll go through, and I'm definitely gonna.
Where you're just shaking.
That's a
Yeah,
shake.
just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You
Yep.
can wait until your turn and you get a free roll to come out of that if you
Beautiful.
want
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait
Okay.
until then.
All right. So that's the bad creatures. You got one up there, the paladin fighting the paladin, one on top of the barbarian, and they stunned the wizard. All right. So it is the bard's turn. Jack.
So
Doesn't look
I
good.
I see my comrades kind of flagging, and decide that I want to try to sing a song to kind of get them going a little bit. So I'm going to roll performance, right? Because I have the arcane skill of being a bard. So
Right.
I roll my performance to cast my spell.
Okay.
Let's see. Now I have a flute that I like to play with. It's like a bone flute,
Nice.
and that gives me +1 to my rolls. I actually just aced on both
Nice.
my die.
Nice.
Wow. Go, Lim.
It's gonna be a good night.
It'll be a great night.
I got a 12.
12. Okay. So what does that do?
So I look to my friends, I look around, and I'm really taken by it, and I say, "Sing a song for combat, sing a song for you, inspired to vanquish evil, and inspired to save our crew." And then I do like a little flourish, and then in my hands, like in between my fingers, there are 5 little coins, like sparkly coins that they look like metaphysical coins.
Yeah.
That's my little trapping.
Nice.
Cool.
So I show everybody and I say, "Aye, lads and lasses, give it your best."
Nice.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Beautiful.
I'm giving you a Benny for that there, Candace. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what do those coins do?
Yes.
So these coins are inspiration coins. They're inspiration points. So basically, if anybody needs a reroll on a trait roll or even on damage, I can toss one over to you, and you guys can use that instead of having to use up all your bennies.
I have a
So I
feeling
have
I'm gonna.
5 of those.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Feel free.
Who gave you that idea?
Yeah.
My low vigor, my elderly hindrance.
You fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
The only thing the old guy did was walk up some stairs.
You may be old, but you are mighty.
We'll see.
All right. So, did you want to move anywhere, the lemon? Do you want to stay right there and watch the action?
I'm gonna stay right there. I feel as though my homie Ezrin is gonna need some support, so I just want to kind of be with him and let him know that he is not in it alone.
Okay.
Mary will protect you. All will be well.
Stroke his hair and say it's okay.
Yep.
I love it. All right. So, last but not least, we have the wizard Ezrin.
Okay, so I'm lying back on the ground, just sort of looking stunned like this, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get my free roll to get out of it.
Yeah.
And he's going to put his finger in his ear and say, "Honestly, it's the best I've heard in years." Well, I got a 6 on my 6, so that explodes. I got another 6 on my 6, so that
Nice.
explodes. Woo!
What is with the
Oh,
explosion?
Mm.
Nice.
All right, so
You
I
snap it out of it.
rise up.
Yeah.
And much like Lim, I have a bonded object as well, which is my cane. And I'm actually going to do a multi-action to cast 2 spells.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast the same spell twice, and I'm going to cast light on both over Ezrin and Sela and Amiri.
Okay.
And the one on Amiri, I'm going to make mobile so I can keep it up afterwards since they have a duration of 10 minutes.
Okay.
So here's the one on Sela.
That's very important because it was dim here. So that's
Awesome.
good.
So that exploded. I got a 12 minus 2 for my multi-action is more than I needed, so it's a raise. So there is a large burst template of brilliant, bright light all around Sela.
Nice.
That was already true, I think.
Right.
Maybe not here with the evil aura, but generally, yes.
Yeah. And then with my other hand, I'll do the same over Amiri. These old eyes need a little light. And with the multi-action, that's going to fail. Might I have some inspiration, Candace?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I take out one of my coins and I kind of chuck it like over my shoulder to you, and it just
Alright.
kind of bursts into this like glittery aura.
And with that, I was successful.
Nice. So we have 2 mobile light spells. Right?
One is mobile,
One
the
is
one on
mobile.
Sela's not. So don't
Okay.
move, Chris. I had to save the PowerPoints. For
Ezra
those who
must
don't
be
know,
so bright.
yes. For those who don't know, spells in Savage Worlds are cast with PowerPoints. That actually cost me quite a bit of PowerPoints, but the mobile one lasts for 10 minutes. I'm going to keep that up for us, assuming we go inside and assuming it's dark, like I think it probably will be.
Yeah, probably.
Now I get to see what Sela's life is like and be a shining beacon.
Yes, now you know.
Ugh. And
All right.
half the battle.
I love that. So, Wizard, are you staying back where you are? Did you want to move?
I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
Okay.
So
Thought so.
because I was shaken, did I have to miss my turn? I think my card was last. I had like
Oh, sorry. I thought you went already.
No,
Sorry.
you're good. I haven't
No.
gone yet, but I
You
think
go
I was last
now.
in the rotation.
Right. So
Yeah.
the first thing is to roll to unshake, like we talked about.
All right,
earlier.
Right,
so
so
I need
it's
to
spirit.
roll my vigor, correct? Or spirit,
Spirit.
sorry.
Spirit.
My spirit's a D6. Can I roll vigor instead? No. All right, let's see. That's a 5 on the wild die, so thank you, wild die.
That does it.
Cool. She doesn't like these bats. She doesn't like being screamed at. So she's going to scream again and take out her most prized possession, which is this giant oversized bastard sword, which she won from a frost giant. And it's kind of like her only possession because she's kind of poor. And so this is the only thing she keeps around. And so she's going to scream and smack this bat, hopefully in the face. Kind of hard with a giant bastard sword, but we'll let fantasy overtake it. So that is a 5 to hit.
5 to hit.
Yep.
That is actually going to miss.
Yeah.
As your swing goes wild, do you want to spend a Benny? Do you want to go berserk?
I might as well. That first
Wait, I
attack
see-
missed. She's unhappy.
What's that,
I
Candace?
see Amiri struggling, and I say, "Oh, Amiri, here you go, lass!" And I like toss her a coin to
All right.
To reroll.
improve.
So she missed that first. Can I go berserk with inspiration? Can I decide to just
Yeah, we could say you
pop
go.
off and
Yeah, because it's free action on your turn.
Still your turn.
Yeah.
beautiful. So as a barbarian in Savage Pathfinder, when I go berserk, I can do it voluntarily,
Right.
rather than having to suffer damage like you usually do.
Right.
And I ignore all fatigue while I'm raging. Yay! All right, let's try this.
And
again.
you have to wild attack.
Yep.
Yes, I might as well wild attack, which also gives me one of my new edges. My wild attack causes +4 damage instead of +2.
Woo!
It's +2 to hit also when you wild
And
attack.
+2 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
So this is the reroll.
Yes. So that is a 6 to hit.
6 total with the +2.
Yes, that's what the plus. It's not going well.
That's gonna miss.
Ah!
Things are very agile and pretty good fighters. It's batting it away. Unless you want to spend a Benny.
So yeah, I'm not. No, Amir's not going to take that. We're not. We don't not do damage in this house. So she's spending a penny.
Okay.
Down to 2. Screaming again. Different die. How about a 7 to hit? No.
7 is gonna hit.
Oh, it does.
Seems to be the magic number there.
All right. That's
7
good to
hits.
know.
7 hits.
All right, so damage, giant bastard sword, which is strength, which is the D10 plus the D8. All right. I'm not rolling that D8 anymore. I refuse. That one's bad. We don't like that D8. Let's try. It's 4 points of damage.
How much?
4 plus 4.
4 plus
Which
your
is
wild
8.
So that's 8.
That's awful. I'm spending another penny.
There
Okay.
you go.
That's so hideous. It's not even worth it.
So
All
you
right.
have 1 Benny left?
Yeah, I
or-
have 1 penny.
All right, that's what I
left.
thought. That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
Some bad dice rolls. Uh-oh. Is it worse?
Now,
It's legitimately 2 1s.
so Lim gave you inspiration on the fighting roll before, right?
Right.
So she could give it to you on the damage roll if you'd like to.
Oh,
I would.
needed it. I'm having a bad day.
There you go. Lim has just inspired you to greater heights.
All right.
So this is a new roll, so
This is the roll right here.
this is it. This is it.
I've got even more new dice. These are in dice jail right now. These can go away. I never want to look at them again. They're pretty, but not pretty enough.
Chelsea, do your dice have numbers higher than 2 on them?
That's 6. Plus 4 is 10.
That's good.
That's good. It is better.
A D8 and a D10. I still rolled a 1 on the D8. D8s hate me, apparently.
All right, so you got 10 total?
Oh, I have so many dice going to dice jail right now. Please hold. Get out of here. I hate all of you right now and never.
So a 10 is not actually going to do anything.
Oh my goodness.
These things are super tough.
After all that.
Yeah, remember,
Hashtag dice jail.
I had 17 and only got 1 wound. So
Yeah.
Oh
Sure.
my
gosh.
All right. We're going to
Fire.
have to get serious now, folks.
Oh.
Very
All right.
serious.
All right.
That is coming for me.
that was the end of the round, right?
Yeah, that's the end of the round. Let's do another
So, Chris,
round.
I got a question. So, bats are creatures of darkness, right? Is the light going to affect them in any way?
Oh.
I did say Chris. Sorry. all of you C and K people.
Yeah. So these things, the wizard doesn't know, but down below, let me actually look at their.
It's a good question, especially
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: these things are undead, so they're not really looking through with too much with their eyes, and I don't have anything on here that says otherwise.
Okay.
So
Well, it'll get rid of our penalties to hit them, right? So
yes,
there's
yes, which you didn't discover because Sela rolled so amazingly to hit this thing.
that.
But
Okay.
yes, definitely.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So new round of combat. Let's go with you guys first. I had to reshuffle the cards because there was a Joker pulled. So barbarian. Let's see what you get. Good card. Ace of spades. Ace of spades.
You have to sing the song.
Ace of spades.
It's required.
That's right. Lem, Bard. You got Lem, a 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds.
I actually feel as though right now I'm okay with that.
Okay. Sela the Paladin. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts.
That's appropriate.
Yes, it is. Wizard Ezrin. 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to tell you what the bad guys get. I'm just going to draw 1 card for them, for both of them.
Did you draw for me yet?
Yes,
you were
you
first. Got an
you
ace.
have an Ace of Spades.
Thank you. Sorry.
Ace of Spades.
I'm grabbing new dice.
9 of clubs. 9 of clubs.
That's
Go
for the
before
bats.
That is for the undead bats, yes. Yep. All right, does anybody want to spend a Benny and get a new action card? Lem, I'm looking at you. Or not? No, you're
Nope.
good? That's another
I'm
thing you
A-okay.
can do with bennies in this game is you can spend them and draw a new card for your action. So
I have a
Make-
tendency to overspend on bennies, so I'm gonna.
you're gonna hoard them.
You say that after I just turned 3.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, nobody's spending. I'm actually thinking about it, but I've got face cards and aces, but that'd be stupid. I'm not going to do that. So never mind. Forget what I said. We've got the barbarians going first. Ace of spades.
Is she vulnerable right now?
Oh, she is.
Thank you.
Because I wild attack last turn.
Yeah.
And you will this turn, too.
Yep.
Yay!
You are raging.
I'm real angry after no damage dealt on that last turn. That's insane.
Yeah. So you're raging on this thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll the hit. That's fine.
Okay, let's see if these dice do better. Okay. Come on, D8. 4, and I still have the +2 to hit, right?
For
wild
the
attack.
wild attacking, yes.
So 6.
A 6 to hit. Oof. That's going to miss.
All right.
You need that 7.
Just barely. I'm down to my last Benny, so she is going to look piteously towards Lem.
Lem tosses a coin at her and is like, "For real this time." Like he looks at her with like the softest, saddest, most concerned eyes, and like pours his heart into the toss.
Nice.
Been a day. Let's see.
Come on, barbarian.
Oh, there's an 8. Yep. That's 6 on the die plus the 2, so that's 8.
8? Awesome.
Yep.
That's a hit. That's a clean hit.
All right, so we're using that D8 from now on.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Let's try.
Okay, I think one of the stretch goals for the Pathfinder Kickstarter should be to buy Chelsea some new dice.
Yeah.
I have a lot of dice. They're just all in dice jail. Just
Wow.
Oh my God. All right, so that's 6 plus 4 would be 10. That damage isn't going to go through, is it?
No.
Mm-mm.
These things are super tough.
Is that weaker plus 4?
Yeah.
That's what,
6 on the die plus 4 is 10.
Ugh.
It's not a.
Wait, what are you rolling for your damage?
For my damage,
Are you rolling strength
with
and
the
weapon?
Master Sword, yeah, it's the strength, which is a D10 plus that D8.
Wow.
Oh, do I add them together? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Why did I not add them together? 12.
That's okay.
This is a problem. Christ.
Okay, so you got 12.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. That's going to shake it.
There we go. Let's start.
finally. That is
Yeah.
a start.
That is a start. Love it. It is shaking.
Whew.
Getting worried there for a second.
Right? And if I can't do damage,
Yeah, I was like, what's happening here?
that's a problem.
Bad.
All right, so you swing mightily with your great sword there, and you carve into its rib cage, and it just kind of hits off of it, and some of the necrotic flesh just falls off, and it's kind of stumbling back like in the air, and it's like kind of off balance as you shake it. Awesome. So that is its turn, or that's your turn. Paladin, it is your turn.
All right, so Sela, one of her special abilities as a paladin is Smite Evil. And with Smite Evil, once per encounter, I can choose a single evil enemy. And for the remainder of the encounter, I get to re-roll my fighting attack or shooting or whatever. So I will designate the one that I'm fighting.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's an evil enemy. I mean, we already established that, so unless I've misunderstood somewhere along the way.
Nope, these things are pure evil.
And please remind me, last turn I hit it into the wound, but it soaked that, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's why it doesn't have any status or anything.
That's what I thought. That's why I was just checking to make sure I didn't mishear that. Okay. So she now has the Smite Evil. She's going to take she's going to wild attack and take 2 attacks. That's a multi-action penalty.
Okay.
So 2 swings with her sword. That's -2 for the multi-action on each, and yeah, right. And
yes,
hang on, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, -2 for that. So okay, but the wild attack +2 will offset that.
Okay.
So it's an even roll.
So you're wild attacking?
Yep, wild attacking twice.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So fighting again is a D8 plus my D6 wild die. First attack. Okay, so got a 6 on that. That's the even roll.
That's going to miss.
That's going to miss, isn't it? So I will take the reroll with Smite Evil.
Okay.
Six on the wild die, so that's an ace.
Nice.
+4 is 10.
10. That's going to hit. No raise, but a hit.
All right, so damage on the first one is 8 + 8.
Okay.
Now, she also has the champion ability, which gives +2 to damage. Am I remembering that correctly? +2 to damage against evil creatures.
Yep.
Yep. That's it.
So I'm going to get a +2 to the roll here.
Yep. Plus your wild attacked.
Oh, so +4 to the roll, correct. So, 7 plus 4 is 11.
Oof.
So
Not
that's
quite enough.
that's not a shaken.
Nope.
12
Not
is
shaken.
shaken.
Is Sela within my range? My range is D6. So 6.
A
Would you
6.
say that's
6 inches. Ooh, that's
6
close.
inches.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly 6.
Ooh, barely.
so Sela, I give you my last coin of my token of inspiration. And it kind of just comes flying at you, and I say, "Say a prayer! Say a prayer for me!" I'm all the way back, but I'm terrified.
Iomade, hear Lem. She speaks the truth. He
Nice.
speaks the truth. Oh, but definitely better. So that's 10 plus 4 is 14.
14. That is going to shake it.
Thank you, Lem.
Yeah. That is
Excellent.
going to shake it.
Okay, so that was the first of the 2 attacks.
Yes. You got
So
your
second attack.
Yeah.
Back to my wild die. Oh boy. So that's only a 3, so that's going to miss. But again, my Smite Evil allows me to roll again.
Right.
I got the same result, a 3.
You got Benny.
So I'm going to spend a Benny.
Okay.
I got one left.
Dice don't say the same thing.
So that's a 5.
That's a 5 to hit.
Yep.
Wow. Misses. Yeah, misses.
So I spent a Benny to re-roll that. Can I use my Smite Evil to re-roll the fighting attack?
Reroll the fighting attack. Didn't you do that already?
I did it before I spent the Benny.
That's it.
That's
Yeah, I
a, that's a
think
fine
that's
point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it. I was trying to think there.
Well, that's a pretty fine point. That's why I asked.
Yeah. All right. So
okay.
you're good?
Well, that's all
That's
I
it.
can do. I
Okay.
shook it.
All right. Next up, we have the wizard.
Okay, so I'm going to move to just to where I can see it. So up the steps just a little bit. Hobble up there on the cane.
About right there. One little move.
Yeah, as long as I can see it.
Yep, you can
And,
see him from there.
Well, I didn't want to have to do this just yet. And I'll swirl the staff around, and this blue energy spirals around me, and this huge bolt of energy just swooshes forward and hopefully smashes into it. So I'm going to do the big bolt. So this will be the up powered bolt.
Okay.
So this is kind of like a magic missile in D&D, but one big one as opposed to a bunch of little ones. So
Right.
so here we go.
Very cool.
And that's going to hit, no raise,
Okay.
but it is still 3d6 damage.
That's nothing to sneeze at. It's good.
Oh, that's not going to be enough, though. These things are big. So I spent a Benny. I'm going to re-roll my damage. There we go. 23.
Wow. 20.
Wow.
Very
Now
cool.
we're talking.
It was expensive,
Yeah.
but and that's on Amiri's, obviously.
That's a Mary's. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
That
figure
cost
it
a
out.
bunch of power points.
Wow. Okay. So that remember I said there were wild cards. So that actually does 2 wounds to them. I have a bunch of bennies here for group bennies. I'm going to spend 1. See what happens. I'm going to spend 1 and see what happens. To try to soak that.
Candace, does your bard have Song of Contempt yet?
Yes, my bard does have Song of Contempt.
Oh, man. All right. So I spent a Benny to try to set those 2 wounds, and I got a 1 and a 3. I didn't even get 1. So
Womp womp.
yeah. You know, I'm gonna let that go because I only have 3 bennies left for the group. So I'm gonna let that go, and it's gonna give him 2 wounds.
Yeah!
Nice.
2 wounds. We'll go with the
Eat
2
it, Bat.
wounds.
Nice shot.
Well done.
Very cool. So let's put that there. And let's bump that up to 2.
Sweet.
2 wounds. Very cool. So that bat, as the energy blasts into him, you see some of his necrotic flesh and pieces of his bat wings just go flying back and just fall off of him, shattering on the ground as he screeches, as he's not loving that at all. He's having a bad night.
A bad night?
A bad night, yes. So that was your turn.
Did you say that was both wings?
Just one.
Oh, okay. So he's not quite been grounded by the old man yet.
No, not yet. All right, so I have 2 bat creature here, and they're both shaken. So they have to roll to unshake, which is their spirit. They are undead, so they get a +2 to that. But they got a really low spirit. Oh no, that was their smarts. I was wrong. The wrong die. They got a high spirit. They get a +2 to this. But let's do with the wounded one. He's at +2 -2, so it's a straight roll because of his wounds. His dice rolls are at -2. Okay. That's gonna fail.
Ah.
I am gonna spend a Benny to unshake him. So he unshakes, but he's still wounded. Let me just go ahead and roll the unshake on the other one and see what happens. Okay, that unshakes. That's more than enough. All right, so let's do the attack on this one. He's still on the barbarian and still hanging on, just trying to bite at you. See what happens. And it is going to wild attack on you. Let's do that.
Okay.
Because he is wounded, so he's going to be vulnerable. Oh, man. All right, so...
Did you roll well?
Huh?
I said, did you roll well?
No, I rolled terrible. I rolled the highest I got was a 4.
That's
and
great.
Wild attack +2 is 6 misses you?
Yep, it does.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you good with that, Carl?
I'm good with that, Candace.
I'm great.
I am awesome with that.
Me too.
So he's so wounded he can't he's trying to get purchase and bite at you, but the wizard has done so much damage to him, and he's just biting air around you, not quite connecting with you. Back over the paladin. This one's not. Let's have this one also wild attack on you. So let's go ahead and give him the vulnerable tag right now. Everybody's vulnerable. And you're vulnerable.
Yep.
Oh, man. Oh, wait, that's a 6. That aces.
Misleading.
Yeah, sorry. I have put a couple dice over here. All right, so 8, 9, 10. 10 hit you?
10 does hit.
Okay. No raise, right?
No raise.
Okay. So let's do the damage on this guy. This is +2 because he wild attacked at you. 11 points of damage, Sela.
11, so that exceeds toughness, but not a wound. It's just shaking.
You're just shaking. You're gonna stick with that for now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Since all the bats have went. Bard, it is your turn.
So I'm getting real tired of these bats handing slices of butt to my comrades.
Yeah, these things are tough.
Yeah, getting real tired of it, but I know that I can't really kind of like step up to the plate. So from the back, I kind of shout negatives at them. And I'm gonna use my Song of Contempt to try and demoralize them.
Okay.
And make them kind of rue the day they were born. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll my performance.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a Benny, and then I'm gonna re-roll my performance. Ooh, explodes! I got an 11.
There you go.
That's a raise.
That's much better.
So I kind of scream like, "Aren't you ashamed, you bats with no names? Your bones all out. Will you lose this row?" And I kind of like beat angrily with my flute in their direction, and the blast kind of like makes them ashamed of themselves and quite sad.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a Benny for the rhyming. That's amazing to do that
Thank
in a
you.
crunch time like that. I could never do that. So what does that do to him?
So it is
Just so
going. They have to make a spirit roll, as
Right.
I guess it's a free action, and they can to spend a Benny for any purpose. So if you want to spend a
Ooh.
Benny, you have to take a spirit roll. I got a raise. Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay. So then the spirit roll is at a -2.
Wow. Okay.
Ouch.
So remind me if I go to spend a Benny, say, "Hey, Carl, you can't do that," or you got to make spirit roll and a -2.
Will
Okay.
do.
All right. Wow, that's pretty.
Even if it's to unshake.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's pretty good. All right. So you're going to stay where you're at, I take it?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Next round of combat. Let's go back to the top of the order again. Barbarian. 8 of diamonds.
All right.
Bard. Sorry, Bard.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Ah, man.
Sorry, Bard. Paladin. Paladin's next. King of Spades. That's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Who we got next? The Wizard. 7 of clubs, Wizard.
Okay.
All right. And the bat creatures. 5 of hearts. 5 of hearts. Does anyone want to spend a Benny for another action card? Everybody good with your action card?
I'm
I think
good.
I'm good.
Mhm.
Good. Okay. Those cards. So top of the order, Sela.
All right, she needs to roll to unshake.
Yes.
Got a 5.
Nice. Unshakes. You can act.
Okay, she's still vulnerable.
It is
That will-
vulnerable.
That will end this. It's vulnerable too, and so is she, right?
Hey,
So-
Chris, what do you think about running down and teaming up with Amiri while it's wounded?
Mm.
The big one.
It's not a bad idea. Take a,
Just a thought.
take an attack for extraction.
Yep.
Well, for lack of
You're
extraction.
pretty tough, though.
I mean, the biggest thing though is I've got you two behind me.
But I think if you all tag team them, I think they'll go down. But if we're split
Okay.
like this, we seem to be
Gotcha.
struggling a bit.
Yeah.
The way gang up bonus works, how close do we all have to kind of be?
Well, me and Candace can't help, but if Sela comes running over, at least till they go, you guys will both get the bonus, which would be great.
Okay. That'll help a lot.
The only risk is her getting attacked as she leaves. But I
Right.
agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's vulnerable, so it's probably not going to hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because these things are pretty tough.
They
It's
are.
good. Yep. It's a good idea.
So what's the plan?
Okay, so instead of attacking this one after she unshakes, Sela is going to move away
Okay.
and move to flank the wounded one and see if we can dispatch that.
Okay. It gets a free
Come on,
attack. So since you're moving it out of its threat range there, it's going to get a free attack on you. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. I got a 3 and a 1. That is
Hey,
not going
all
to hit
right.
you. I'm not going to spend a Benny on this guy. My Benny, I know. I need to keep these Bennies. So you are moving down here, like right here?
Yep, exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
A
Let's
nice,
keep that-
beautiful flanking bonus.
Let's keep that there in case you decide to wild attack again.
I was thinking about it. So this one's vulnerable
Yeah.
as well, right? So I don't.
It's
Yeah,
vulnerable.
Yeah, she'll wild attack, but she'll just take one attack this time, so I can get the full bonus.
There you go.
So it's +2 for the wild attack, another +2 essentially for the vulnerable,
Mm-hmm. +1 for gang up,
+1 for gang up, so +5 to this roll.
+5 for this roll. Yeah.
So that's a 10.
That is a 10 total. That is a hit.
No raise?
No raise.
Darn.
Super tough.
That's are not playing around.
So
No.
I'm going to use this. No, I can't use the Smite Evil. That was on the other one. So I'll have to take that damage.
Oh, because you tagged it. You tagged
Yep.
the other one. Yep.
Yep. That's all right.
Okay.
So damage here now again. I get +2 for champion, and I get +2 for the wild attack.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5 + 4 is 9 points.
9 points, and it is not quite enough to do anything.
Not going to do it. Yeah.
It's super tough.
So is there any inspiration remaining, Lem?
No. Alas.
Paladin, you got any bennies left?
I got 1 Benny left, and I'm going to spend it.
Yeah. I believe in you, Chris. I super believe in you, Chris.
All right, well, that's better. So that's 11.
11. That's it? With everything? Wild attack, everything?
That
Well,
is everything.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That's my mistake. I did the same thing Candace did earlier.
What?
I forgot to add them together. So,
That was Chelsea.
oh, sorry, Chelsea.
We got-
Don't throw Candace under the bus.
Totally my mistake. So actually, right. So that was 7 + 5 + 4. So that's 16 points.
16.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
that's much better.
That is way much better. That is going to be another wound to it. I am not going to spend a penny on this guy. So
You should.
He's
Yeah,
probably
you
would
don't want to want to try rolling them odds with them negatives?
Candace
No.
has you locked down.
Yeah, right? Someone plays in my games. So that's the third wound on it. So that is 3 wounds on it.
Yep, almost dead.
Almost.
Almost.
We'll get it.
Almost there.
Finish it, Chelsea.
Might as well.
3 wounds is bad, and it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
So that was the paladin's turn. The next turn is Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm still raging. I'm still so
Yes,
mad.
you are.
All right, she's going to take another swing at this thing, and she is still berserk.
Plus
Definitely wild attacking. So +5 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gang up bonus, vulnerable, wild attack.
So that's a 9 to hit.
That is a hit.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right, so damage. Where is my little D10? There it is. 14 damage.
14.
Mm-hmm.
That it is actually it's shaken too.
It's already shaken, so
Yeah.
that's gonna do
That's gonna do it as this bat as you screech. How do you take this thing out? You tell me.
She's definitely going to scream in its face as she aims for its center of mass and just thrusts in. Opposite of Sela, you see the bastard sword just rend this thing, and she's going to rip her bastard sword out and just scream. Just, ah!
I'm gonna get Benny for that. That's amazing. You get a Benny for that. You scream better than I can.
It's been
Very
a rough
cool.
day for Amiri. She is not having it anymore.
You took this tough SOB out, and this is the that's this guy. As he goes down in pieces, we have who is next? The wizard is next.
Ooh, okay. I don't think any of you need my protection, so I think I'm gonna have to stick with bolt. So I'm gonna come up to the top of the lip there,
Okay.
and I guess one more time. I'll hurl it.
Okay.
All right, 8 on the D8, 14 hit with a raise.
That's a raise, definitely.
There we go.
Yay! Get
Just
him!
soften this thing up for you fighters.
Yeah.
Get him, old man.
8. Well, that's not great. I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, boxcars. 15 plus another 9. 8 is 23.
Wow.
Hey, same as last time.
Yeah.
exactly the same.
So that's 2 wounds. Yep.
Yep.
2 wounds. Wow, that's cool.
I'm just about out of PowerPoints, folks.
There's no bennies. So that is gonna.
If I wasn't seasoned, I would be out of PowerPoints.
You still have a lot of bennies, though, don't you?
I have 2 left. Oh, but you know what? I have channeling, and that last one was a raise, so I got 1 PowerPoint back.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, nice.
That helps.
So it is shaken, vulnerable, and wounded with 2 wounds from the wizard there. It is its turn. Okay, it is this creature's turn. Let's see what happens here. It's -2 because it's wounded for this shaken roll. +2 because it is undead. Okay. Critical failure is not going to do it.
Whoa! I think it's earned that crit fail, honestly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Trying to bite a holy knight like Sela.
Yeah. 2 ones is not going to do it. So.
What is 2 1s going to do, though, Carl?
It doesn't make it shaken. It stays shaken.
Is it so shaken that it's like immobilized for the rest of this turn? Or
Oh yeah, he's standing there like he's glad that you guys probably have went away. He's thinking about crawling back into that hole. He just came out of. He's looking back and he's looking at you guys and
that's kind of cool, actually. Crawl up back into his hole.
Yeah.
He's like, never mind.
You know what? He can move.
Maybe that's what he should do.
Yeah.
6 more weeks of Iomi Day.
Yeah.
Maybe this whole thing was just a bad idea.
As he does, I just rolled something for him, and yeah, he crawls back up in that hole, and you see him scurrying back up into that hole, and you're kind of looking in there with that light shining in there, and it's a really deep hole because you can't really see him anymore. So,
Well, I ain't going in that damn hole.
I do have a bow. We could just make sure he doesn't want to come back out.
Amiri, are you so angry you're just going to go up and like poke your bastard sword in there?
Bart, it is your turn if you want to do
cleaning house
before we end this.
So now that I can't see this guy, I kind of just like take a moment to catch my breath. So I'll go on hold in case anything else pops off.
Okay.
Smart.
All right. So I'm not going to draw any cards now because we're kind of out of combat because let's say you guys look in that hole and it's like a tunnel system back in there. As you're looking, as soon as you get up there, probably Seal is the first one. As you get a boost and you look up there, you see 2 red eyes going back, and it kind of turns a corner, and it's.
I will move the light up to the holes of the mobile one I've got just to kind of force it back into its hole.
Okay.
Hopefully, if we clean up this shrine, it'll die anyway.
So, yeah, it looks like it's back up in that hole, and it like turned a corner. It's getting away from you guys. There's too much goodness here with you guys. So
I still feel that kind of overwhelming presence of evil, even as it leaves, though.
Oh yes,
it's still here.
It's coming from the inside of that tomb, the inside of that cave area. That not a cave area, but the inside of the tomb here. You definitely feel it. It's thick.
Lem, quite taken with the gravity of this moment, pauses to light his pipe. I'm going to smoke my pipe weed to calm my nerves.
There you go.
I offer it to my fellow comrades. Would you like a talk?
Well, I am going to give everybody a Benny right now for vanquishing that evil.
Nice.
Thank you.
So everybody gets a Benny.
Is anyone injured?
Yeah, is anybody hurt?
Nope.
No wounds, but it was close.
It was an expensive fight in terms of bennies. We spent a lot of resources on those. That was good.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Too close.
Amiri's going to just kind of dust herself off and clean her sword real quick.
Okay.
So while they regroup, I'll move to the entrance. I'm not going in, but I will move the light up there so that whenever Chris and Chelsea are ready to move in, they can see what's going on.
I've still got the light that's on me, correct?
It's just a floating orb of light. I can
Okay.
move it where I want.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. For some reason, I thought you had cast it on some part of me for some reason. All right.
So-
I don't want to make you a big target.
So Ezra,
But
you
she
look down.
wants to be a target.
As when you look down into that, down the steps into that tomb, and you can see that a couple feet in, there are some where there used to be some stone doors, and they are collapsed inward. You can see that they're clearly. You're not sure what happened, but you can see from your light that these stone doors, they were intact, probably better of 24 hours ago, because you can see where it's cracked, where the fresh stone is, that the weathering hasn't touched that part at all. But on one side of the stone where it's just laying there, you can see there's lichen, there's like all kinds of like leaves and dirt and grime and stuff like that from years and years of being outside in the weather. But where it's cracked, where the pieces are, it's definitely just clean within 24 hours, you're guessing, or if not even sooner. I mean, it's all cracked and rubble that you can actually just step over it and walk inside if you want to. And it's just
Which I will not do.
Okay, that was my next question.
I'm going to wait till they're ready, and then I'll just keep the light there, and I'll kind of move it around so that everybody can see what I saw.
Okay. All right. Everybody sees that. It definitely looks like fresh, broken down double stone doors to this tomb of some sort. And the corridor keeps going on a little bit past his light.
Well, Seela,
Let's go.
you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's
do
head
it.
down.
I got to get home in time to watch Matlock. It's a play
Pushing
the
down
local
the
bar
stairs
puts on.
first.
It's a play at the local bar. Yeah. It's amazing.
Local bard puts on.
It's
gonna
right
give you-
after, it's right after
Matlock's
Root
a bar.
Hero.
Lem knows it.
Yeah, I think Lem wrote that, didn't she?
Of course.
It's a great show if you can catch it at the 8 o'clock.
Just before bedtime.
Shane, I'm gonna give you a Benny for that. That's great. I know
Good,
what.
because I need it.
All right. So, what do you guys do? What happened?
Seela and I guess, are going to head down first to protect the squishies
Okay.
and the squashies
Okay.
behind us.
All right.
And yes, and Seela is also going to use her detect evil as they get in.
Okay.
I mean, she knows there's evil in there, but whenever we get to something she can look at, that's the first thing she's going to do.
Okay. Gotcha. It's big enough for you to go side by side if you want to down here.
Yeah.
I think that's
assume?
best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you enter this tomb, the presence of that negative energy is really hammering down on everybody. You can really feel it. You feel like you want to just leave and just not go in here, but you know that there's something bad going on in here, and Seela has gathered you all together to fight this evil. And you know that you're probably Glenn Bright's only hope right now to stop this stuff. If what Seela said, her visions come true, then they're in trouble. So Seela and Amiri, as you guys and the group, as you guys go down these stairs, down this corridor that's pretty wide. It's just a plain stone corridor. Nothing fancy or nothing spectacular about it at all. You come upon this room, and about a few feet before you get to the room, there is no door here. It's just an open doorway. Something lights up into this room. As you walk up closer, you can see what it is. It is steps that go down into this room. And again, there's these giant skulls, much like the ones that were outside. There's 4 on each side of this room, so there's 8 total. And in their eyes, as you guys step closer to this room, they have braziers in them. And one by one, the braziers just light up with fire all the way around this room. So it's this flickering flames that are inside the eyes. There are a total of 8 columns that are holding the ceiling up in here. But as the steps go down, you're noticing on the floor that there's some sort of substance bubbling out on the floor, and it's covering up most of the floor. So to get across this room, you would actually have to step in this stuff, or be extremely agile to get across without, stepping on the stones and the skeletons that are in this room. Trying not to touch this stuff, but it would be very difficult if that. This stuff has an oil smell to it. It has a petroleum type smell to it. This bubbling liquid. I need everybody to make a notice check for me.
Ooh. Oh, there's an ace.
I got an ace as
And
well.
again, 15
Now the dice are working.
Yeah,
on
just
my
read it.
wild die.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay, 10, 15,
8.
8. Wizard, did you make one?
He's on mute.
Are you on mute?
Sorry, 16.
Oh, 16. Wow.
Yep.
Everybody aced it. Wow.
Going in strong.
Where were
Yeah,
those aces 2 rounds ago?
Right?
All right. So, everybody aced it. So you all noticed before you even step into this room, everybody's kind of peering in and stuff like that. You're noticing the first flagstones, because the steps go down and it levels off into a small landing, I guess you could call it. And then there's more steps that go into the room proper, where it goes all the way across. And by the way, across the room, because all the braziers are lit, you can see the room kind of opens up and there's another corridor that keeps going. And this one's actually even a little bit wider than the one you just left. But it does keep going, this room, at the end. But with that notice check, you see that there are strange looking carvings or runes on the first step on that little landing, all along that little landing. But it's so old and there's dirt encrusted in there. You'd have to really kind of brush stuff away to really try to make out what it is. But for sure there are some sort of runes or something like that on that little landing. You would basically step on them if you would go into this room.
Amiri's gonna maybe use the tip of her foot to kind of try and slush some stuff off the stone in front of her.
Well, this
Okay.
is obviously a trap.
Yeah, it smells like a trap.
Smells like a trap, looks like a trap, is a trap.
I think, Sela's gonna look over her shoulder at Lem and say, maybe you can look and see if there's some sort of tripwire or touching the stone would set off a trap or something like that. Can you take a look?
Read the runes.
That's a good idea.
That's another thing.
Well, it sounded like we needed to clean them off before we read them. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we touch it, is that going to be a problem? So
I'm lower to the ground. Can I see it better than everyone else?
Yeah.
You made the short joke.
So what are you gonna? What is Lem gonna do?
Lem is gonna roll occult. He has kind of extensive knowledge of folk tales and things like that from all of his travels across all of his epic journeys.
Okay.
So there might be a chance that he might recognize some of this.
Okay.
Candace, I'm going to support you with academics.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to see if I recognize any of these from books I've read or studies I've taken. Well,
I'll do the same, but I'll support with the cult.
I'm gonna just stand to the side because I don't know anything.
you get a +2 from Ezrin.
Very cool. What about Chris?
I remember something about this.
+1.
+1. Okay.
So what do I have now? +2?
Plus three total.
+3? Okay. I am gonna spend a Benny. Okay. I got a 7.
A 7. Okay, awesome. So you start looking at these things, and you have a little thievery background, right? A little bit. I mean, you have thievery skill and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But
do
you
have
were-
thievery. Would that be smarter to roll for this?
No. You were rolling occult, though, right?
Cool. Yes, I was rolling
Yeah.
occult.
So mixed with that, with your little background there and your occult, you have come across once in a while sometimes wizards set up traps like this in their domains or whatever.
Sure, blame the wizard.
We do.
And they make these magical traps where they're like the runes and stuff like that, and it has like a if you step on them or something like that, there's going to be like a delayed spell that will go off, no doubt, in here. You're not quite sure what it is. You only got a success. An 8.
I think we're pretty sure what it is. This room's gonna catch fire and burn us all.
That's what it smells like.
It smells like it's going that direction. Yes. Now you
Can
can try to.
she,
Yeah,
yeah,
go
could
ahead.
she disarm it somehow
Yes.
with her thievery?
Yes, she can use her thievery, and anybody with a cult can help her try to disarm it, or any other way you think you can support her with it.
Yep, I'm
Excellent.
gonna do that.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
support with a cult.
I don't have anything, and I wouldn't even know about anything. So she's just gonna keep cleaning them so Lem can see them.
Okay.
I got a plus
That's very
one.
helpful.
Yes. But you get
Regular success, so +1.
+1.
Good luck, Candace. Don't fry us.
So what do I have?
+1 sounds like.
That's +1.
Plus 1?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
spend another Benny.
Okay.
Does my flute help me at all?
Not really at this point.
No?
No.
I'm going to do one more Benny.
Okay.
I got a 5, so I'm closer, but still not where I
Well,
need to
that's a
be.
success, probably.
Yeah.
I know, but I feel like there's going to be some added trap if I don't try to get.
It's really
She
hard.
knows Carl too well.
All right, no dice.
No dice.
I
So
got a
5.
Yeah, I got a 5. And then plus the 1, so that's 6.
Okay, 6. All right, cool.
That's
All
not
right.
bad.
Yeah. So, Lem, you look at this, and with some advice from your friends, you seem to recall that sometimes if they put in like little safety guards. So if you trace a certain symbol on these runes, that it will turn it off. It will turn off whatever this spell is, at least temporarily. Sometimes it'll turn it off permanently. So you seem to recall one of these little things that you've done before, where you can. So Lem starts moving his fingers weird all over these runes and touching things and brushing things away, and you lift your hand like you're done, and then suddenly the braziers, one by one, they turn off.
Excellent.
Well done, sir.
Thank
Oh,
goodness.
This may not last long, and my light's running out, so let's move it.
Amiri's gonna turn to Lem and say, Lem, you know, we've traveled for a while and you're a bit slow. Do you mind if I give you a boost and we book it?
Not at all, my lady. And I kind of like hop into her arms.
Well, I'm
I hang
scooting
on your
across
neck.
fast as I can go.
Yeah. Yeah. Sila's gonna run.
Yep,
Okay.
we're gonna run.
Okay. You make some run rolls if you want to. There you go.
Okay, and what do I need to roll for run again?
D6.
D6.
Yep. And it adds to
Can
your
I help her?
No.
When she's scared of me, can I cheer her on?
Adds to a regular pace. So I got a 3, so I'm moving 9.
You're
I've
moving
got a
9.
3 and my pace is an 8, so I move 11.
Okay.
Oh, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Wow. 11?
Yeah.
Boom.
Right into the next trap.
I got you, sir.
And
I
then-
got lucky, and my base pace is 5 since I'm elderly and have a -1 to my pace. But I happen to roll a 4 on my D4 running die, which is the fastest I can go.
All
So
right.
I also got 9.
Awesome. So you guys run across this room. The barbarian just outpaces both of you, and kind of leaps off the last edge over there. Is kind of in that hall, and you two make it across the room. Nothing happens. Nothing. There's no flame. No weird stuff. Just a little bit of that oil gets on your boots, and if you have a cloak or something like that, some of that's on the bottom of it. And things like that. But other than that, it's anywhere from 6 to 3 inches deep here and there depending on where you step. So
Let's get out of here.
yeah,
I don't like
maybe-
this.
Amiri doesn't like the thought of being very flammable, so she's probably gonna take out her water skate and try to get some of the oil off.
Okay.
She's not brilliant, but she's gonna try.
You're making some salad dressing there or
Yeah,
something.
Set Lem down and try to clean off her furs as best as she can.
Lem, you're great. You're not even touched with this stuff.
Yeah, I kind of just replat like the bottom of my hair.
Okay. All right. For getting through that room without blowing up or anything like that, I'm going to give everybody a Benny because you guys figured that out.
Yes.
Awesome.
You guys figured it out
Cool.
without any bad things happening to you.
All right.
So
Thanks, Lem.
close that.
Thank you, milady.
So as you get past this oil-filled room, excuse me. So so you go down the corridor, and it's pretty wide. As you can see, you can like actually walk like 3-4 across there. And it goes on for a good 10-15 feet. And then it just kind of slowly just comes to it kind of lessens at the end there where you can only walk 2 by 2. And again, it goes to another room where there are no doors or anything like that, but there are steps. So let me bring that map up because there's a lot of stuff going on in that room.
Sela would suggest we go back to our regular order with the
Mm-hmm.
paladin and barbarian up front.
Formation.
Kind of like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Exactly.
Perfect. Bring this map up a bit more. There we go. All righty. So you get to this room, and there's steps that go down into this room. They dip down into this room, and it leads up. It flattens out, and then it leads up to 2 risers and stairs that allows access to those risers. The last bit of steps, you can clearly see this coffin, and it's either made of glass or crystal. It's something like that, because you can see there's light shining from the ceiling somewhere onto this coffin. And where the coffin isn't dirty, because there is dirt on it, caked on it here and there, you can actually see the light kind of shining off of it a bit. And you can make out a figure in there of some sort. You can't quite see, any kind of true description of it, but you can just make out there's a body in there. The reason why there's so much dirt and stuff like in here, because off to the right, the whole side of this tomb, this room, the stones have fallen out, and there's a root system that has grown in here. And there's all kinds of like weird fruit hanging off the roots. There's just tons of dirt over here on the right. It's almost, some of the coffin is actually the roots are actually growing around it, and there's some dirt like piled up next to the coffin. You also see there's bones. You think they're human bones because you see like human skulls in there mixed with like old armor, like rusted armor, and maybe a sword sticking out here and there. You're not quite sure, but maybe this was under some sort of cemetery or graveyard of some sort, because it looks like all the bodies have just fallen in here. So like I said, there was this strange white light shining from the ceiling onto this coffin with no apparent source whatsoever where this light is coming from. And as you all gaze into here, you see upon the archway above you, it says, there's some writing on there. And you can clearly see with the scrape of a hand, because there's some dirt caked here on it, it said, "Here lies the worldly remains of the great and powerful necromancer, Fester Vecrus. Beware to those who seek plunder from the dead. The mighty Vecrus transcends death and achieved immortality as a lich. Enter at your own risk."
Yikes.
So, Wizard, you know what a lich is.
I sure do.
and probably the paladin.
I would think so.
Yeah.
That's an undead sorcerer in there. Let's not mess with that.
We just leave and go to the tavern.
We are not leaving.
I'm
Paladin,
gonna,
I'm giving you a Benny.
thanks. I'm gonna turn to Lem and say, should we check for traps? It said if we enter, this lich guy might pop up.
Yes, I think I'd like to take a look around and make sure that there's no traps to hem up me and my compatriots. Should I roll like thievery for this one?
So what are you doing?
Or is occult good? Because I'm trying to see if like the wizard might have left any if the white left any traps, if the lich has left any traps. Yeah.
Well, what are you actually physically doing? You just standing there, or are you going into the room?
So I'll go into the room a little bit, right in front of that first kind of set of stairs, and just try to kind of like get a sense, like see if I can take in the room, and see if there are any like markings on the ground like there were in the previous room that I can disarm.
Right here?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, Sela, were you going to say something?
Sheila was going to do something. She doesn't try to stop Lem or anything like that. But
Okay.
She would take out her holy symbol of Iomede and say a prayer and use a couple of her spells that she has through her spell training ability to enhance her fighting.
Okay.
So she'll be doing that. She'll be saying her prayer and clutching the holy symbol to her heart and casting 2 powers.
Okay.
Should I just go ahead and do that, or?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I got a 4 as I was looking around.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing while they're doing all this?
So sorry, Chelsea, I actually think Lem might be in trouble too, stepping forward like that. So I'm actually going to use deflection on her, on him.
And Amiri's going to probably go stand just kind of adjacent to Lem just in case she needs to step forward. And she's just going to have her, instead of having her bastard sword, she's going to have that close by, but she's going to get her bow out and have it at the ready, just kind of glancing around the room to see if she notices anything that might crawl out of the walls.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Lem, you got a what?
I got a 4.
Okay. A 4. You're looking around and you don't quite see anything like you saw before with those runes or anything like that. It's pretty much how the map is. It's just pretty much plain stone, just plain stone work that you can tell. Okay.
So I look at my comrades and I go, it looks like there's nothing in here to trip us up except whatever might be in that coffin.
And yet, oddly, you're glowing with blue energy now. These spells don't last forever. Let's trigger whatever's going to happen here.
I mean, Amiri has her bow out. She's definitely bloodthirsty. She's definitely ready for battle. It's nice and shiny and she can shatter it. So she'll turn around and say, I can break it.
Sela, what were you? Okay, she says that. Sela, what were you doing with your?
So Sela cast 2 of her special powers. She cast boost trait, strength.
Okay.
And she casts smite on her sword, which gives her a +2 to hit.
Good.
And she had a regular success on both of those, no raise.
+2 damage from smite.
Pardon me?
+2 damage.
+2 damage. Sorry. Yep. And so she raised her strength 1 die type with the regular success.
Okay.
And as Shane corrected me, +2 damage on the sword.
Okay. Very cool. As you guys get ready and stuff like that, and Lem steps into the room and says, I forgot what Lem said, but he didn't see anything.
The only thing. No, and that the only thing that can harm us is probably in the coffin.
Right. And
we can tell by the dramatic background music that something's about to happen.
Exactly. Just about then, you see the coffin suddenly, Lem, you're the closest. You see the coffin kind of shake a bit as some of that dirt just kind of rumbles off to the edge of it and falls to the stone floor as it shatters in a million pieces. And
I wanted to break it.
Sorry. Standing up over the coffin, you see this this undead human. He was a human at one point. He's wearing these ragged robes, this weird-looking hat. He's got a necklace around his neck, and his eyes are glowing red as he points the finger at you, and it looks like he's trying to say something, and it just kind of moans out of his mouth. And he furiously just jumps out of that coffin, and looks like he's just going to start running towards you guys. And as he does that, you see Lem and everybody else. You see a stir in the root system and in the dirt over here as skeletons start to pop up out of the dirt in the roots.
Oh no!
They're caked in dirt as they slowly start to get up, and they're grabbing swords that are chipped and pitted. Their scale mail armor is all missing pieces here and there, but no doubt it's still sturdy enough to help them in a fight as they all kind of pop up. All right, so we're going to draw initiative as we go into a combat.
I just want everybody to know I have 2 power points left.
Oh, that's very helpful.
I will be shorting spells.
You got bennies though, right?
I do, fortunately.
You've been graciously blessed with bennies.
And I might turn them into power points, but we'll see.
We'll see. See how this goes. All right, so first top of the order, let's do the same initiative that I've been doing. So the barbarian, let's see what we got here.
Only good cards.
Ace of, what is that? Diamonds.
There you go.
I think that's a pretty good card.
Get him, Chelsea.
Ace of diamonds.
I'd be happier with a joker.
That's what
Just saying.
That's what Sela's getting. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, Seal's good.
All right, Sela, I'll leave it to you.
The bard is next. The bard gets Jack of Hearts.
All right.
Oh yeah!
That might be good to
Satisfied.
get out of the way, maybe.
That's exactly what I planned to do. Run away! Run away!
Paladin. King of Clubs.
I'll take that.
Wow.
Doing well.
The
You guys are
Lich,
getting-
4 of clubs.
Well, the wizard's next. Wizard's got an 8.
Oh, wow.
Hey, if we're gonna manifest anything, we're gonna manifest that Lich
Wow.
getting like a 2,
Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
and only a 2.
So this is for that guy that was in the coffin, Fester Vecris. I'd look at his name. Oh,
His name is
a
Fester.
10. Yeah, Fester.
My name is Fester.
What if he was an uncle? So he gets a 10 of spades. That's still not good enough. But he has a wild card, so he has 2 bennies.
Oh, spend them, please.
Yeah. And the skeletons get a 6 of hearts.
All right.
So,
That's a great card for them.
Yeah, let's do some damage.
all right. So, do I want to spend any bennies? You know what?
You do.
Yes.
You definitely do.
Dude, you guys
Come
got
on.
2 aces, a king, and a
We got a lot
jack.
of good cards.
Yeah, I'd be foolish. I'm not going to do it.
So, Candace, don't forget for this fight, you are -2 to be hit from my deflection. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. So, it's top of the order. Spades, hearts. So we go, because there's 2 aces, we go spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. So hearts is the wizard. Wow.
Man. There's so many. What do the skeletons have? Are they
Yes.
armed and armored, or what's?
Yes. They are coming out of the ground, and they look like they have scale mail shirt and leggings, and light shields, like steel shields, and short swords.
Yikes.
So they got a pretty good toughness, no doubt, from all that armor.
Yeah, that's
And-
bad.
And Vecris himself is just wearing tattered robes, a weird hat, and a necklace. It looks like he doesn't have any metal armor like that. So
Okay. Phew, man, being so low on points. Okay, I'm gonna spend a Benny for 5 power points,
okay.
and I'm gonna have to try to put the first bolt into the wizard to start softening him up, I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the big bolt again.
Okay.
Just a regular hit. Still 3d6. Come on, baby. No minuses. I got a 4. Did that hit him?
A 4, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I did 13.
13.
Uh-huh.
That is going to shake him.
Okay. That's helpful. That was 3 more power points.
All right, so you shake the Uncle Fester there. He looks really mad. Wizard, at the end of your turn, since you're in the back there, make me a notice check.
Oh, no.
In the back.
None of that.
Concern.
Not a 5.
5, that's good enough. You just needed a success. You hear some clanking and scrambling behind you.
Oh, no.
No!
Where's your light source at?
It's just kind of hovering over us.
It's enough to see as you look over your shoulder. You can see, from what you can guess, at least 2 more skeletons shambling from the room you just came from.
Is there a door?
No, there is no door.
Okay.
This is not Mordor. This is
Well,
Mordor.
I'm going to move.
Yep.
Did I interrupt your line, Chelsea? I'm sorry.
Okay. It's fine.
Say it
It was
again.
a bad joke.
Say it again.
I said this isn't Mordor. This is no door.
I'll give you a penny for that.
It's worth it.
That's amazing.
I'm here always.
Okay, so I cast, so this blue energy swirls about the cane. I hurl it out. It hits what we think is a lich. I hear the noise behind me, and then I'm going to run down into that corner where hopefully I'm a little more protected.
Like here?
Yes,
or-
perfect.
Okay.
Yep, that's good.
Are you going to tell anybody that?
Behind us!
Okay. Because Amir is like focused on the ledge.
You just see the old man running back.
What the?
Yeah, I'm just jumping over the
Yeah.
staircase there.
It's
Awesome.
like you're not that agile.
I
Very
am
cool.
today.
All right, so that was great. That was the wizard's turn. Next we have the other ace, Amiri.
All right. So she just heard Ezrin and literally watched him leap over a banister. Something is clearly behind them.
And as a
he
free action,
shouts.
you guys can look behind you. You two, the paladin and
Okay.
Amiri. You can see the makings of like at least 2 skeletons coming down that hall where you
So-
just came from.
I have my short bow out right now. I literally have it ready to go.
Oh,
So
Chelsea,
she-
we need your sweep on
Yeah.
that big horde. Yeah.
All right. So she's gonna chuck her
We
short
need you
bow down and grab her bastard sword. Might as well turn to Sela and say, "You take care of them. I'll take care of these guys." And
Right.
so she'll pick up her bastard sword
Nice.
from its sheath, and she will run up those steps so that she can run into that little like niche corner.
Like right around here.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, you're
so,
made for this.
So
Yeah.
since you said that, and you have hindrance of like, what are your hindrances like?
She
blood
is
thirst?
bloodthirsty.
I give
She
you a
wants
penny.
all the fame and glory.
I am giving you a penny for that because this is what barbarians do, and
Ooh.
you might need it.
I definitely might need that given earlier interactions.
Yes.
All right.
That was awesome. Very
So
cool.
she's definitely pissed because, coffin shattered without her doing it. That's
Right.
not cool. Everything's bursting out of the walls. That's not cool. She's definitely going to go berserk.
These skeleton warriors, now remember, they're clad in armor and they've got the short sword and shield. As you come up
she
to
cares this much.
everybody notices as she runs up the steps and brandishes her sword, you see the skeletons almost like kind of start trying to get in some sort of formation and take their swords against their shields, and they're all in unison, and they get in like a fighting pose.
Oh, that's cool.
They're ready for you.
This is the Harryhausen Brigade, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly.
All
Great
right.
inspiration. All right, so go ahead.
So I do have the edge sweep. So she's going to go berserk. And she is going to try to attack all of these guys at once. Now, doing that, attacking all those adjacent foes, it's a -2 to my roll, correct?
Right.
But she is going berserk and probably get a wild attack as well.
You have to when you go to
Have
berserk.
to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the +2 and the -2 zero each other out, so it'll just be a straight roll.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, Chelsea. Big numbers, no whammies.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no grass clippings. That's a 4 to hit.
Ugh.
That's not going to do it.
Okay, I'm spending a penny.
Okay.
I know I just got it, but I'm
Yeah. You're just warming up here.
just warming up. The rage hasn't quite kicked in yet. There's no screaming quite yet. We're getting there. Ooh, that's a 6.
Ooh, that's close, but it's not going to make it.
It's still not going to make it. I'm spending another penny.
They got some good armor.
I'm spending another penny. It's great.
Okay.
I want to figure this out. We're going to try this die instead. That's an 8 on the D8. That explodes. That's a 6. So it's 14?
A 14.
14?
Yes, that hits.
Oh, that hit?
And you know what? I found a mistake here. Yes, that hits with a raise.
Yeah!
Yay, bennies! Thank you, bennies. Thank you,
Very
guys.
cool.
All right. I am rolling damage. And do I have to roll damage for each of them? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, you roll damage for each of them. Yep.
So we're going to start with the one directly to my left.
Remember, you get a plus. What is it? +4?
I get a +4.
Because your raging edge there. You get.
Yes. Yes. With my powerful blow, my wild attacks automatically cause +4 damage instead of +2. All right, so the first one's not going to take that much. They're going to take
Remember,
9.
Strength die, your sword
Yeah.
die, and a d6 for the raise, right?
Oh, and the D6. I forgot the D6
yeah,
for the raise.
+4.
Thank you. And I got to do D6s explode on damage?
Yes.
They do. Thank
All
you.
dice ace. Yes. Yeah.
All right, so that's 11. And it exploded again.
There you go.
It exploded again!
Yes!
He's just dust.
24,
Vindication!
27, 28 total.
Wow, 28 as that skeleton just turns to dust, like Shane said. You see dirt fly everywhere in a puff. He just collapses in bones and armor and shield and sword.
And as that happens, she goes like full berserk. Now the screaming is coming. It is, let's go. It's a good day to die. 8.
I had my mouth open.
18 for the second guy.
18 points of damage?
Yep, 18 points of damage
Wow.
for the second guy.
Nice.
And then that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for the next guy.
Wow. Now
There
you're
we go.
rolling really
There
good.
it is.
It's all about knowing when to spend those bennies.
15, 19
Speaking of bennies.
on the last guy. And as she rips around, she's going to point her bastard sword at this lich and she goes, I'm coming for you.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Does he crawl back in his coffin and pretend to be asleep?
Yeah. You see a giant bat in there saying, "Come on in." Come on in. No, that's not happening.
We hear bat squeaks.
Yeah. That is cool. Very cool. As you just rage and just chop down, 4 of these skeletons?
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I'm
Very-
vulnerable now.
Yes, you are. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so
I don't know if that was a good reminder though.
so next
That was
week,
awesome.
yeah, that was awesome.
That's what a barbarian should be doing.
That's right. There we go. So next we got up is the paladin.
So when Sela sees Amiri go over there and wipe out the skeletons and then point to whatever that thing is,
Mm-hmm.
she responds, "No, he's mine."
I love it.
And then
It's gonna
she
be a fight.
she immediately moves forward, and it doesn't look like she can get there normal, so she's gonna run up there.
Okay. So you move 6. Yep.
6.
Yep.
So
Is
easily.
that where you want to be, or
Yep, that's fine.
because you have more movement if you wanted to move on the side
Move along the side then, yeah, because she has more.
here?
Right there's good.
Okay. Cool. Very cool.
And she's still attacking. She's running up and attacking. So it's going to be a -2 on this attack.
So with the what is your hindrances there, Sela?
She has Code of Honor.
Yeah.
And a vow to Iomade.
Yeah.
And she's a little thin-skinned. She doesn't like it when people taunt her and such.
Okay. Well, for the vow for Iomade, you're going after the main villain by yourself. I'm going to give you a Benny for that. So you're going after the big guy. So
cool.
All right, so go ahead with your action.
And she's going to use her Smite Evil to designate this her single evil enemy for the round.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so she's taking just a regular attack. It's -2.
Okay. Regular attack -2.
That's for the multi-action because she ran.
Okay.
I hear the wind at your place, Chelsea, but it's
Did
cool.
you?
It sounds like it's at the crypt.
I know, it's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
20-mile-an-hour winds on the high plains.
I thought someone was playing special effects.
No, it's literally just right outside my house.
All right, that is not good enough, so I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
Do you have any bonuses to your attack since you did your earlier spellcasting, or is that just your damage?
Everything I did was damage related.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, that's better. So that's a 7.
Excuse me. A 7 is going to hit. I hear that wind.
7 hits.
Awesome. I love it.
Yes,
Oh
a
my
7
God.
does hit.
Okay.
Just
So
a
that's
normal hit.
Yep, gotcha. So that's now strength, which is boosted to 1 die type to D10, plus the D8 for the sword, plus 2 for damage from the smite, and plus 2 for damage for champion.
Okay.
So it's D8 plus D10 plus 4.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Come on, give me an ace on one of these.
Yeah, roll high.
This dice. Well, a 10.
There you go.
Nice.
But it's only a 4 plus, so 10 plus 4 is 14, plus a 7 on my 8-sided die is 21, plus 4 is 25.
25.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay, that's... Wow. Okay, so that's going to give him 3 wounds, and I am going to try to soak some of that. So let me see what happens.
A hell of a wake-up call, Chris.
Yeah, it is.
He hasn't even had coffee yet.
Yeah. So
And he
rude.
never will.
Yeah, just an iron supplement, that's all you get.
All right, so he has 2 bennies of his own. I'm going to spend one of his bennies right now. And I still have 2 group bennies, just so you know.
Oh.
Oh, is he getting any pluses to this? I don't think so. No. I'm not for Ben. I didn't soak anything. I rolled a 3 and a 2. So I spent his other Benny. That's not good. That's not good at all. All right, that's better. I rolled a 21. So I soaked all those wounds.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, just like that.
Use the bennies, though.
I used 1 Benny, yes. Well, actually, no, I used both bennies, yes.
Yeah, that's right. Use both.
Oh, that's good.
I only have 2 bennies left for the group. Wow, that was an amazing hit. You guys are. It seems like he doesn't have any weapons at all, but it looks like he's going to brandish his claws at you.
And
But,
he's not shaking anymore either. Then,
He is
right?
not shaken anymore. Correct.
Ooh.
You can take the
Correct.
status off your map.
Oh yeah. Thank you. And you didn't wild attack, right?
No.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. So it is next turn is Lem the Bard. As you guys are, as the Paladin and Fester are going at it, once duking it out right there in the corner. What's the Bard going to do?
So Lem takes a look around and realizes that he's just like chilling in the middle of this crypt by himself.
Yeah, and you see behind you at the steps, you see shadows of more skeletons coming down that hall. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
so Lem's like, crikey, got to get out of here. No. And he's gonna go back to the other side of kind of across from where Ezrin is, to Ezrin's left.
To Ezrin's
Like
left?
not up on the stairs, but just like flanking him. Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So keep him close. And then he's interested in making sure that everybody's got some inspiration. So he's gonna do a little song. So we roll. Ooh, ace.
Nice.
Okay, I got a 12.
Wow.
So he gets like really pumped up. He's seeing that everything's going really well. So he says, 3 cheers for our heroes. We've come to save the day. But let's all get a little help before we're swept away. And in between, that was a raise, right?
Yes.
Yes. So in between his fingers, he gets his little 5 coins again.
Yeah.
And he kind of just like does like his own version of a battle cry, which is kind of like weak sauce because he's mild mannered. So he's like, ah!
It's very melodic.
I'm going to give you a little look. Well, it's no Matlock.
They can't all be winners.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. So you move up to this next to the bard there, or the wizard. So it is his turn. Let's see what he does. It is Vecrus's turn. As he sees the paladin of pure light and good in front of him. This creature doesn't look like he's casting spells like a lich should. Brandishes his claws and growls at you and buries his feet in this glass and just lunges at you. This thing is going berserk. Okay. If the barbarian can do it, it can do it.
Ooh.
It is
I
going
learned it from watching you.
Does one of these. I see you. And not only is it berserk, I'm just going to tell you what it does here. It has frenzy.
Ooh.
So that's another edge. Basically gets another fighting die here going on. All right. So let me roll these dice. I just moved them out.
I'm guessing that's improved frenzy, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is actually. Okay. Oop. All right. So I got a. So he's because he's berserk. It's wild attacking. So it's 11. I got you with an 11. I don't know. What is your parry there, Sela? I don't want to
Parry is 8, so that's a hit.
So 11 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10. So 10 and 11. So both of them hit you.
Yeah, regular hits.
Regular hits, yes. That is key and important here. All right, so he is going to roll this for strength, this for that. No raises. Do I want to spend a Benny on that? I'm going to spend a Benny on that.
Yes.
I want to see if I can do better. That's how I like to spend my bennies. That's how I roll. No, I did not do better. That was much, much, much worse.
Iomade is watching over.
Yes, she is. She's affecting my dice rolls, apparently. All right, we'll go with the first one, but I have one Benny left. That was probably dumb, but whatever. All right, so this is actually with a wild at it. So that's 4, 5, 6 points of damage.
Does not exceed toughness.
Really bad. So I have a last Benny here, and like I said, I don't like using him to soak unless I have to. This creature has no mercy. So I'm spending this Benny to reroll that damage with +2.
Ooh.
So now it is at +4 damage.
Dirty pool.
That's better. 14 points of damage.
14 is 1 wound.
Okay. Do you want to try to soak that there, Paladin?
Um,
Because I got another attack coming to you. So I got to roll damage for
yeah, she'll soak that.
it. Okay. Spend one of your bennies.
So that's vigor. Eight on the
Oh, you got it.
8. Yep. 13 total.
13 total. Very cool. All right, last one. So you did soak it. Yeah.
Yep.
You just
Yep.
soaked it. We'll explain what happens. Okay, in a minute. So this dice aces. This dice aces. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right, it stopped acing. I did 19 points of damage on that second hit.
Ouch.
So, how many wounds is that, sir?
How much was it? I'm sorry.
19.
19. So
Yeah.
that's 2 wounds.
Oof.
No doubt you're going to try to soak it again, right?
Well, I think she should.
All right. So you spend a Benny.
Yep.
You have what? 2 bennies left? Is that what
Just
I have?
one.
Just one? I'm miscalculating.
Well, I got an 8 on the
Wow.
try again. And an 8 another time.
Nice.
So 16, that's 21.
You soaked all of those
So
wounds.
soaked them both.
Woo!
So, you guys, you're swinging your sword and you have your shield up, and this thing is just going feral. Red eyes glowing, and you see Vecrus is just clawing away at you. You get scraped here and there, but not enough to really wound you or anything like that. But you feel the blood trickling underneath, on you. It's not good. This thing is all over you. And I forgot to do one thing because it has a free action here, but let's do it now. As it's doing that, something happens with that necklace around its neck. And let's see. Let me see the range here.
Ooh, dirty pool.
Okay, so actually everybody in the room.
Ooh.
You see around the neck of this what you think is a lich, but you're not quite sure. This aura of just radiant energy is just poof, it just like pulses throughout this room. It doesn't affect these skeletons or Vecrus himself, but everybody in here needs to roll me a spirit check. This is a fear spell going off.
All right. Ooh, excellent.
This is spirit, you said? I'm sorry.
Yes.
11.
11. Okay, you made it.
15.
15.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I spent 1 Benny. I have 2 left, and I got a 4.
Okay, you have 4. Okay. You spent 1 penny. You got 2 left.
Were there any penalties on that?
No, there were no penalties. I was just checking that. There were no penalties. It's just a straight spirit roll, and so everybody made it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you suddenly start, even the paladin and the barbarian, she's in a rage. She probably didn't really feel it, but you feel like a sense of like dread and like you really want to get out of here. But it just washes over you for a brief second, and it goes away, it dissipates. So, all right. So that was its turn. The skeletons' turns. So I'm just going to move these skeletons. There are 2 coming down the hall. Let's use these 2 guys. And at the end of this turn, they're just ending up here on this landing. Okay, so they don't get to do anything. They had to run to get here, and that's as far as they could make it. Get here.
You're a better fighter than me, Lem.
These things jump down.
Oh, they're going to come to me.
Jump
That's
down.
great. Didn't you see your friends get decimated?
Lambs to the slaughter.
One over here. Okay, so these things are splitting themselves up and attacking what they can. So Okay. Let's go with the paladin over here. You got a little gang up bonus going on over there. And this skeleton attacks you with a +1. All right, so that aces. Sorry.
Do these guys, from the way they tap their chest, do they have the formation fighter?
I was wondering that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me look here.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh no!
Yes, they do. This one goes over here. Okay, so but this one hits with a where was I? Oh, I'm sorry. 11. Sorry, Chris. 11 total.
11 was the hit roll?
Yes, that was the to hit roll. Sorry.
Yep. So that hits, but no raise.
Okay, that hits no raise. Okay, so damage is this and this. That is 7 points of damage.
That does not exceed toughness.
Okay. So that skeleton comes across and fights you with his buddy there. His and he's clanking on your armor. Nothing is happening. Okay, so let's do these 3 over here, and then those 2 don't get a turn this round. And formation of fighter is a cool new thing. So the the skeletons are going to add +2 gang up bonus instead of +1 with the formation fighter. The maximum they still get is +4.
Okay.
But so they are at that maximum, I think, if I do my math correctly, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They are.
So that is +4. That's a new cool thing in the Pathfinder for Savage Worlds here, and they are going to attack you. This one. I don't have enough of those dice. We'll roll them twice. All right. So these are +4. Okay, so does a 10 hit you? I'm sorry, that goes 10, 11, 12. Does a 12 hit you?
Does a 12 hit? Yeah.
Yes, okay. Just checking. What is it with a raise?
Let's see. My
Before
parry is 7, so 12 is with the race.
Yeah, okay, so that's a raise. The other one rolled a 7, so that's a hit. Total 7. And the last one, an 8. So 2 hits and 1 with a raise. All right, so let's do the one with the raise first, because that was the first one.
Did you add the +2 because I'm vulnerable as well?
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I just...
it wouldn't matter, actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're
They're
right on that cusp. So,
Yeah.
but thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you Benny for that, for being honest.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's awesome. Yeah. All right, so the first one's gonna go. Oh. Wow. Okay, so that's 19 points of damage coming at you.
Ooh.
Ouch.
What is your toughness?
It's an 11 right now.
2
Ooh,
wounds.
Berserk.
2 wounds. Yep. So you can spend a Benny. Try to soak.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend it.
You just got a free Benny.
Yeah.
Might as well spend it.
Heck.
Yeah.
We said that's a bigger roll, right?
Yep.
Spend them while you got them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's an explosion.
There you
Wow.
go.
Wow. 12.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You soaked both of them. So yeah, awesome. So the second one goes against you. There it rolls. Oh, that aces.
Our dice are hot tonight.
Yeah.
Both sides.
18 points of damage.
2 more wounds.
Yeah.
Wounds again.
Which I'm gonna try to soak.
Okay, you spend a Benny.
I'm down to 3 bennies.
Oh heavens.
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah. Oh, that's another 8. That's another one.
You're good.
28.
Wow. Okay.
Holy crap.
The last one. The last one.
All right, bring it.
Oh, well.
Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, and she is on it.
So that is actually 11. And your toughness was?
It is an 11 right now.
11? Okay, so you're shaking.
Shaking. Whew.
All that, and you're just shaking.
She's finally going to recognize that hit.
Yeah.
Something finally hit something.
Wow. Okay.
That was near an artery.
Yeah, as they all just like they seem like they fought together. They just know how to form up together and just start clobbering you with their swords.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these two are that's all they do. Next round of combat. Right? Yeah. Okay. So top of the order, the barbarian, Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds. That's a great card. Let's see. What do we got? Bard.
Yep.
King of Hearts. You guys are pulling all the face cards.
Be nice to have a Joker still, though.
Sure would.
Sure would.
Yeah. Paladin. Yeah, it would be. Paladin.
If they don't prove that manifesting works, then I don't know what is.
Wizard. And
That's the other Joker.
Eight of spades. Eight of spades.
Too
Wizard.
late. He'd already dropped it.
All right.
Early.
For me, it would be nice to have a Joker. I'm trying to do it for my side. Not a Joker.
Nope.
A whammy.
I love that.
All right. So for the Skellies. Oh, geez. Even gets worse.
Yeah, that was the Skellies. Now how about me?
No, I did. Eight of spades.
Oh, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Eight of spades.
That's what happens when you're old and can't hear.
All right. So everybody gets a Benny on your side. Yeah, he was role playing that. So everybody gets a Benny. And the Paladin is on a Joker. And you've got two opponents there. What you gonna do, Paladin?
She only cares about one of them.
Yeah. So this one is vulnerable. I forgot to because it did wild attack. So he's vulnerable.
Yeah, so she's getting +2 for the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to take 2 attacks against the vulnerable, whatever the crypt thing is. And she will take both of those attacks with the +2 and then the -2 multi-action penalty for taking 2 attacks. So that'll be an even roll.
Okay.
So first attack. Oh, wow. I got an 8 on the 8-sided die and a 6 on the 6-sided die.
Nice.
Nice.
Those ace.
Awesome.
So they both ace up, but I only got a 2 and a 3 after that. So 14 and 5 is 19.
19 to hit?
Yep.
That is a raise, sir.
Okay.
A raise all day.
So I get the D10 die because of the boost in strength from the power she used, the D8 for the sword, and a D6 for the raise. It's so hard to read this 10-sided die. That's a 4. Okay, so it's 9, 12, plus she gets +2 to smite damage, +2 for champion, and +2 for Joker. So it's 6 more. So, yep, so
how much total?
12, 18.
18 total?
Yep.
Okay. You good with that damage?
I'm good with that damage.
Well
all right.
done.
That's gonna cause a wound. And I'm looking for my bennies and I'm out of bennies. So that wounds the main guy.
And that was only her first attack.
Yes.
So she gets a second attack again, also even, although I forgot the creature's vulnerable, so actually better than even.
Right.
I didn't need it last time because of those raises.
Right.
But I do need it this time, unless I take my reroll with Smite Evil, which I will. So I got a 3. Plus the vulnerable made it a 5. but I'm going to go ahead and use the reroll for Smite Evil.
Okay.
Oh, and I got an 8 on the 8-sided die. So that's 11 plus 2 for the vulnerable, right? So 13.
13. Wow. Okay. To hit, right? That's what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah, that's a hit with a... Yeah, that's a raise.
That's also a raise?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So same roll again with the 3 dice.
Yep.
5 and a 3 and a 7. So that's 15 plus 6 is 21.
21. Wow.
Woo.
Okay.
Old enough to drink. Old enough to get smashed.
Wow. 21 points of damage to that. Man, you just
Smashed him,
clobbered him. Yeah, you just did 4 wounds to him. And he had one already. So...
And you're out of
no
Ben.
pennies, right?
Out of pennies. So yeah, he's blah, blah. He's gone, right? Yeah, there's no bennies. That does it.
He's an ex-not lich.
Yeah.
Or whatever the heck he was.
Yeah, whatever the heck he was. He is
It
gone.
was evil, that's all that matters.
Did that cause his minions to collapse? That's my great hope.
Actually, because he is the power of all this. You see these skeletons coming at the door, and these 3 around the barbarian as they're fighting along, and this skeleton getting ready to raise at Selah as he collapses into a pile of bones and rags and dust. His 2 eyes are glowing red. They dim out. These skeletons kind of just freeze and they fall to pieces right there in front of you. Dust, dirt, armor, bones. So everything just collapses right in front of you as Selah, you immediately feel the evil kind of leeching away from this area once you defeated this thing along with your friends. It'll take some time, but you feel like there's a hope, there's some light coming in here into this deep dark place. And
Excellent. We are triumphant.
exactly.
Huzzah!
Your group saved the day. You destroyed the evil. Glenbright will live on and thrive, and the wizard can go watch Matlock.
It's a play.
It's a play, exactly. So thank you for playing, everybody. That was amazing. Yeah, it was getting pretty hairy there. Spent a lot of bennies.
We did.
But thank you for playing. That was an amazing.
Fortunately, Chris had the precision, Chelsea had the smash, and Candace kept everyone inspired the entire game, or we would have been in real trouble.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's what I love about this. It just required a full team effort to do something like this. You just can't.
Yeah.
You really
You
did.
have
There were
to.
some big misses, especially at the beginning. I was
Yeah.
very concerned.
Yeah, and that formation fighter
safe
stuff
to
is
go
no
alone.
joke. That can
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, she's lucky she soaked a lot of that.
Yeah,
Heavy damage coming at you.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great job, everybody. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks,
for
Carl.
running.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much for joining us for the Pinnacle playtest of Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. Stick around after the credits for a sneak peek of our upcoming premiere actual play, Hollow's Last Hope.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
What I like about GMing.
No, go ahead, guys.
I'll go.
Go.
I'm Candace. I got to play Lem the Bard in this playtest. I think what I like about playing the Bard, specifically Lem, is the flexibility I have to both help buff my fellow kind of compatriots, as well as doing some stun and some demoralization to my enemies. I really like the fact that I can play as a part of a team. It's a little bit lighter on the fighting, but it also kind of engages the strategist in me to figure out other ways to be effective in battle.
Ezrin's pretty cool. He's kind of a utility mage. He's got a bunch of different things he can do. When he really needs to unleash some hell, that's when he resorts to the big bolt. What I really liked tonight was Karl's adventure, though. I think it's a great taste of the world of Pathfinder with some good creepy atmospheric stuff. It shows off how dangerous a horde of things can be, how dangerous a couple of big guys can be, and I think with this group, we got really lucky with our die rolls, but it was a little closer than it might have looked because our bennies were really thin for a while till some jokers came out near the end. So the danger was actually pretty high there, and I think Lim and I were a little worried about what was coming in from the rear of that tomb in the last room. So, and maybe the return of the bat. So it was really cool. Thanks, Karl.
So I enjoy playing the Paladin. That's not a kind of character I would usually play. And Paladins can be pretty powerful. And in Pathfinder for Savage Worlds, the Paladin does have some very special powers. And it was fun to do the Smite Evil. And it was fun to be able to cast a few powers on herself to increase her strength, for the combat that looked like a final combat against the big evil creature. But I have to say, what I enjoyed more than anything was the challenge, because sometimes paladins just walk in and kill everything, and that's sort of boring. But in this encounter, in both of these encounters, the first time against the bat, it wasn't that easy, and the second time against the big bad, there was a challenge there. I got good rolls and pulled through, but she had to soak wounds a couple of times, and I liked that happened. I liked that there's a little bit of danger there, and I felt that, and it wasn't just a walk in and kill stuff. It was, I might be the one getting killed. So thanks, Karl. I enjoyed it.
Oh man, Amir's a lot of fun to play, but you really are at the mercy of chance, right? There were a couple times where with that group gang up of skeletons, she definitely could have died from running and trying to die anyway. Really like the sweep ability. That was really fun to be able to roll damage for each of them. It gets more and more exciting as you go. There definitely were times where I could have missed. There were definitely times early on where I did miss, and things were seeming like, are we even going to get into this tomb and see what's happening? I don't know. So just that unknown is very exciting, and making it through feels all that much more rewarding, especially when you do it with everyone in the party instead of having, usually I'm on the back end and I'm just standing back there waiting to heal people because I usually play a cleric. So it was nice to be on the front end this time to do some damage. To almost die was a little much, but it was fun.
So GMing Pathfinder for Savage Worlds is really a lot of fun. I like the fantasy setting. I love the setting that Paizo's put out, the Galarian setting, and I can play it in this system that I'm a little bit more comfortable with. I can't wait to get a hold of the Rise of the Rune Lords and really run that for my friends. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Pinnacle Entertainment Group presents Hollow's Last Hope, a premiere playtest featuring Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. Fast, furious, fun, fantasy. On Kickstarter now. A plague has come to Falcon's Hollow. Death lingers in the water. 4 heroes race against time to collect ingredients for the cure. Starring Michelle Wynn Bradley, Jordan Caves Kellerman, Leander Lacey, Diana Restrepo, and Megan Caves.
There is a loud shriek. The crowd begins to step back a little bit, and there is a woman who is down on the ground, and she is cradling her daughter, who seems to be unconscious, and she is crying, and she is yelling, "Help! Help! Someone help her!" There is this oily darkness that you see coming from the river. It's beginning to devour anything, and people are screaming, and they are running, and they are crying, and people are dying.